Marquardt played outstanding, but Angela Zoll was the story. Rob, I don't. You got a steel trap memory, but my good friend Colby McConnell texted me first thing this morning and said, "Do you remember last year? Angela Zoll, last time he played here, took 69 shots, saved 64 of them."
Wow.
So he is very.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Colby sent me the stat, sent me the line sheet. I didn't remember it either. It sort of refreshed my memory, but obviously loves to play in the Whitney Forum. The Bombers won that game 5-0, but he stopped 64 shots. So he's a great goaltender, and you're right. The Bombers have to find a way to beat him more than once.
Well, Dazza Mitchell will get the call between the pipes tonight. He has played Flin Flon well as well, and again, Dazza Mitchell, we talked a little bit about him during the broadcast last night, maybe kind of taking a bit of a back seat now, but saying that, he can still get it done. He was absolutely incredible. You want to talk about goaltending playoffs last year? That Humboldt series, all those crazy overtimes that went right to 7 games. It was a scoreless game going into Game 7 of the third period. Dazza Mitchell can still find it, and he'll be tough to beat tonight as well, but I'll tell you what, it's a big game for the Bombers who need to get back on the winning track. Yeah. It's a big game for Dazza Mitchell, too.
It sure is. I was talking to the Weyburn play-by-play man, and he was telling me that Dazza Mitchell is very well respected and well liked and a leader in that Weyburn dressing room. He's all about winning. He's not. There's no ego involved. He's, obviously the young man wants to play, but he sees what's going on and he understands it, and he's fully behind Angela Zoll, and that's so important for him and for the team and for the coaches. So I'm glad that Dazza is getting in the game tonight, and he's a good goalie too.
And like you said, an important part to their team. And of course, they played together last year.
Yeah.
Mitchell was the go-to guy, but when they needed Zoll, he was able to do it. And I was chatting with Cody Mates. You're going to hear his interview coming up in a couple of minutes. He just said Zoll came in this year, worked really hard. He said literally he's that guy that's the first on the ice, the last to leave. And they got a good 1-2 punch there. And again, Mitchell will be certainly a good test for the Bombers again tonight. They just got to find a way to get some offense going. How about poor Kenny Marquardt? Let's talk about him, the Flin Flon Bomber netminder. I thought he played good against Melfort last weekend, and I agree, and Mike Regan will comment on him as well, but his best performance of the year, he's going to get some offensive support.
Absolutely.
The Bombers have scored 2 goals the last 2 games, and Kenny's played 6 games this year. The Bombers have scored 10 goals in those 6 games.
Yeah, Kenny has played good, and I don't agree with people who come in, what's wrong with Kenny, what's wrong? Nothing's wrong with Kenny.
They got to score some goals when he plays.
He needs help. He can't do it all himself, and that, as a goalie parent, Rob, the goalie gets the blame, and it's not fair most of the time. Some goalies have bad games, let in bad goals. But
would it be the toughest position in sports?
Oh boy,
namely one that's tougher than that.
I don't think so. And as I say, they had to get through 5 players to get to the goalie.
Yeah,
and
that's what my coaches always used to tell me. Didn't feel any better, but they told me that.
But Kenny has played very good. He's just snake bit in the wind column. So still have full confidence in Kenny Marquardt. And speaking of a team guy, Kenny Marquardt is the epitome of a team guy. I'm going to tell you a quick story. The Bombers have been on the road on the last few Saturday nights. They don't get back to Flin Flon, Rob, you're on the bus, till 6, 7 in the morning. I go to the Chicken Chef for breakfast at 9 o'clock on Sunday mornings. Kenny Marquardt is there after being up on that bus all night. He's a hard worker, he's a great kid, and he's a good goalie, and he's been playing great.
And I'll just kind of piggyback that. The folks appreciate you coming in, Mike, and they enjoy those big tips. Continue to look after the staff, and they look forward to you opening up that wallet and tipping all the hardworking people down there.
Try to. It's a great place.
It certainly is, and it's going to be a great atmosphere here tonight. Of course, we got all the billet parents that are lined up. They're going to come out and be introduced here. What time is that happening?
No idea. Not sure. It looks like it's going to. Well, they got to get Poobsy off the ice, which is always difficult.
Well, he is cleaning the ice, Mike. Lighten up on him a little bit.
I'll give him that. He did get in trouble from the referee last night. I asked him. And here's another interesting story. One of the referees tonight
used to play for Weyburn.
the guy who picked up the moose leg.
Yeah, I remember. I was talking with a couple people downstairs. That'll be interesting too. But
Yeah, and it caused in the playoffs. I wasn't here then, but it caused a stir. Eskra,
who turned out to be a really good hockey player.
Yeah,
by the way.
it caused a heck of a stir. Created a whole series of T-shirts in Flin Flon that say "Don't mess with the moose leg." Hopefully, he doesn't mess with it tonight.
I don't think he will, and I know he'll call it right down the middle. He's a top quality official,
Yeah.
and the league is quite lucky to have him. But it's a lot of different storylines heading into tonight. We talked about the Daz and Mitchell outlook. We talked about the outlook for Kenny Morcorp, but all in all for Flin Flon, they want to try and stay around the 500 mark. I mean, you look at the conference standings. If the playoffs were to start tomorrow, the Flin Flon Bombers would be battling with Humboldt and LaRange for the final playoff spot. And again, with how wide open the league is this year, you cannot afford to fall behind the 8 ball. I don't want to look too far ahead, but you got Yorkton here Tuesday.
Yeah.
You got Humboldt here back-to-back, and then you got to go to Melford again. Tonight's game could be a big. This could be. We talk about turning points in games and in different situations. Tonight might be a turning point game for the Bombers.
Yeah, and I think last night, although again it was a loss, but they played so good, they deserved to win, and Zoll. So I think, I hope that it instilled some confidence in this team. I believe the team, I said this last night, I believe the team is coming together, and we don't have last year's team, so let's forget about last year's team. We have this year's team, and I think we have a lot of positive things on this Bomber team, and so I think we're starting to see that gel. Let's hope it continues, but you're right, they're up against it this next week. So are we, Rob. 5 games in a week.
Yeah, and they'll all be either on Flow TV or the radio, but people like the coverage. We'll take a quick break. The SJHL Coaches Show is upon us. Mike Reagan will comment about last night's game, and he was in good spirits as his team gets ready for a very good Weyburn Red Wing club. Again, these two teams just absolutely soaked in junior hockey tradition. It's always a lot of fun when they play here at the Whitney Former back at Crescent Point Place in Weyburn. Always great matchups. Looking forward to another one tonight. I'm looking forward to what the coach has to say. Mike Reagan, your SJHL Coaches Show coming up right here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Oof. Brr. Well, Hank, it sure is
All right.
to get chilly out there real fast, eh?
No kidding, Bob. Remember last year? It got slickery real quick. I waited too long and slid into the curb. Had to drive with a crooked wheel all winter long.
Don't let that happen again. I was just at Great North GM. Marcel and the service team have a special fall pricing for tire change and wheel alignments for the same appointment.
Barb and the sales team always take good care of me there. Even helped me with my winter tires.
Well, don't wait. Pre-book your tire changeover and alignment and save some money.
It's always a great day at Great North GM.
Okay, go ahead.
Good evening. Welcome to the SJHL Coaches Show. Mike Reagan, the head coach of the Bombers, will join us here tonight. Mike, and we're just sitting here talking about last night's game, and really, their goal. The storylines to me, their goalie played really, really well, and you just couldn't get a bounce. And you usually get that crossbar in the third period by Cohen Senf last night, just because of the way it's gone lately offensively. But all in all, Mike, effort-wise, one of the best games I've seen all year.
Yeah, we were real happy with our effort. I thought we played a great game. I thought both goalies played well. Kenny gave us a chance to win. I think that's back-to-back starts that he's had where he's played really well. So that's a positive. Just comment on your crossbar thing. Carter Anderson has hit 10 crossbars or more this year already, and it's kind of been the theme of the start of our year right now. Pucks aren't going in. We're not getting a lot of puck luck right now. Goaltenders are playing well, but it's not an excuse. We gotta be better. We gotta find ways to score. But eventually those pucks are going to go in for us. And you take a look at again, going back to Carter. If half those go in for us, or for him, we probably have two more wins, at least. And we're not that far off, Hardy. I strongly believe that we've got a good team here. Again, we've got some key guys out, but it's a great opportunity for other guys right now. Like a young guy like Mook is playing on our first line, so he's got to take advantage of those opportunities, and our young guys got to show us that they're ready to be everyday guys, because eventually guys are going to be coming back in the lineup. So jobs are on the line, or places in the lineup nightly, and we're looking for guys to step up.
I thought you played pretty well defensively last night as well. I mean, the power play goal was a tough one, a guy left alone. But again, there's an extra guy on the ice. So, I guess teams are supposed to score on the power play. But other than that, maybe one little defensive miscue I picked up on. I thought pretty good game defensively.
Yeah, I agree with you, and that's probably one of the better offensive teams in the league. They scored 35 goals in their last 5 games going into last night. We hold them to 2. We outshot them by double. I liked our game, and that's with us killing 7 penalties. That's 14 minutes of time that you're on your heels, and the rest of the time I thought we were on our toes and kept them to under 30 shots. So we're doing a lot of good things. A lot of our things are pointing towards wins. We're just not getting the results right now, and I think that eventually that turns around. We just got to stay positive and have the guys continue to believe, and you work through adversity. And I've said this all along. I'm a big believer in adversity makes you stronger, and it all depends on how you handle it. So there's adversity in life, there's adversity in sport, and I think the two coincide.
2 good starts from Kenny Morcourt, Mike, but again, just 2 goals for in those 2 games. He's just not getting a lot of offensive support, but might have been his best game last night.
Yeah, it like I said earlier there, it's just nice to see for a guy like Kenny. You're rooting for him. He's been a great bomber for us over, 2+ years here, and you want to see him have success. And I think he's feeling better about himself right now. Oftentimes goaltenders can be left out on an island, and he's battling through that adversity as well. It's the flip side of forwards hitting the post all the time, goaltenders maybe not getting the bounces that they want or the saves that they want, and things eventually do turn around. So happy for him. Now we're going to give Torgs an opportunity here and see what he can do here tonight.
Yeah, the last time he played, he played a pretty good game. Not a very good first period, but for you, but he bared down and he almost came back and won that game.
Yeah, that Estevan start was a tough one for him. You kind of get shell-shocked early on, and our guys weren't ready to go. And then as the game went on, he got better, and so did the team. So, I'm sure he's really excited about this opportunity, his first game in the Whitney Forum. I know his parents are probably going to be watching the game here tonight. They're not in town here for Parents' Weekend, but I'm sure they're real excited.
Can you update us on the injury situation, Mike?
Yeah, I think that we all know that Ole's going to be out for at least 5 weeks, maybe even longer. Just kind of waiting to hear on an update on that. And I think I mentioned this earlier, or maybe this was in private. Gruner, it doesn't look like he's going to need surgery, so that's a real positive. Landon Alexander, I think, is probably 3 weeks away from getting into the lineup, and then Reed Arbery's serving a suspension, but he's a little bit banged up right now, and then Austin Montgomery Parsons is also serving a suspension, so he'll be back here in a couple games.
You mentioned Alexander, Mike. We haven't seen him in the regular season. What are you looking for him to do when you do finally get him in the lineup?
I know I've mentioned this before. My good buddy Todd Alexander is his uncle and plays very similar. So, for Bomber fans that remember the way Toddy played, he's going to be physical. He's going to be in your face. He hits hard. He hits hard, hits to hurt. And I think that that's definitely something that we need in our lineup. So we're excited about that. He's been skating, with that broken finger here ever since it happened in training camp, and he's itching to go for sure.
Weyburn again here tonight, Mike. What are you looking to see from your group?
Well, we got to do a lot of the same things as last night. I'll be honest with you, if we get that same effort as last night, we probably win the hockey game. I think that we got to stay out of the box tonight. That one thing that we've talked about here, Hardy, is like in our losses, we're averaging almost 6 penalties a game, and we've been one of the more disciplined teams in the league over the number of years, and we've been one of the better teams in the league. They kind of go hand in hand. So I really feel if we did a better job of staying out of the box, we'd have 2 more wins at least, maybe 3, and we're sitting here 8-2. And so that's why I say I don't feel like we're very far off. We just gotta clean up some things, and obviously we're starting to get the goaltending now. Hopefully we get some puck luck here, and we got to stay out of the box.
Parents' Weekend, always a big weekend on the calendar, Mike. Hopefully a big win for the Bombers here tonight to send the parents and, of course, the rest of the Whitney Forum faithful home happy.
No question about it. I think that the guys are are feeling, the pressure of tonight and excited about the opportunity, and definitely want to get 2 points for their parents here. It's a huge weekend. We really appreciate them coming up, and it's a big commitment for a lot of parents. They got to come a long ways to get to Flin Flon, but thankfully the weather's nice and the roads are looking good for them, and I think they're enjoying themselves.
Sounds good, Mike. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Robert.
Mike Reagan, the head coach, Jim of the Bombers, once again here on 102.9 CFER and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Bailey Homes provides ready-to-move homes unique as you and your family. From their expertise in the planning, the quality of the build, to the care of the move, they allow you to take the stress out of home construction. Let Bailey Homes make your dream home a reality. Family-owned and operated with lots of experience building and moving homes to the north. Visit Bailey-Homes.ca or call 204-903-5220.
Alrighty.
SHL Coaches Show continues. Cody Mapes joins us from the Weyburn Red Wings. Cody, what a tear your team's on right now. Maybe a bit of a tough start, but it is early. But wow, to reel off 6 straight victories is something. I got to ask you, though, how good did it feel to win a game at the Whitney Forum last night?
Yeah, it's always good to get any points out of here. We came in, and a lot of guys here just came in blind, and maybe that's a good thing. Never playing here before, and I think I like the way our team's competed here lately. And at the end of the day, I thought we battled hard and competed, and right from the net out last night, I thought we did a pretty good job with that.
I don't think anybody should really be surprised at how your team's doing. You've improved very well. 2 years ago, you went up against that great battle for team that got in the playoffs, got some experience, were really a goal away from moving on to the league semifinal last year, really battled a really good Humboldt Bronco team, and I think it's safe to say this was kind of a year that you have probably been very excited about.
Yeah, definitely. We've you try to take those small victories within the losses, and you look back to that even one win against Battleford that year. It was a big step, and then last year, like you say, we're a couple Ben Motu unbelievable saves away from moving on, and it really taught us. So you got to make sure that you don't leave it to a third period 0-0 game in Game 7, and I think this team has done a good job here, learning even throughout the first 4 games of the year, how to close out some leads and stuff here, and so we've done a better job of that lately. But yeah, it's we're excited about this group. I think there's a lot of guys that are all in, and they seem to learn really well. And they truly seem to want to be here, and so we're excited about working with guys that are truly happy to be here.
And of course, the team has changed a lot the last few weeks. You got back some guys. Maharaj is back, and you brought in guys that obviously are going to be impact players in this league. So the last couple of weeks, you really got some players back. That must have felt pretty good.
Yeah, it's definitely exciting when you get those guys back. I don't want to discount the month ahead of those the guys that put the work in, to learn what we were all about. And there was a lot of new guys, and it's funny, we were our identity changed kind of 4 games into the year when those guys stepped back in. We went from a team that was probably going to win a lot of 3-2, 4-2 hockey games to a team that can score a lot more now. And but it's created some other learning moments, you could say, where the high-end offense teams have, and so we just continue to work, and we're in a kind of a funny spot in our schedule right now because we get these guys back, and we haven't had much practice time, and so it's kind of been learned by trial and error through games, and it'll be good to get through the next 10 days here, and then we get a week where we can get back to practice and get everybody on the same page again.
Go back to last night's game again. You've been scoring a ton of goals, but last night's game, and those are the type of games that really build character. A 2-1 game in the Whitney Forum. Flin Flon might not have the lineup last year, but it's still a tough place to win, and Kenny Morcourt, to his credit, did play well last night. To win those tight games, what does that mean?
Well, yeah, like you said, it's a character win. But what I love about those is you see guys on the bench getting very, very happy for their teammates with little successes. Block shots, good back checks, good net drives, little stuff like that you really learn to appreciate in these tight games that can make a difference. And obviously, Zoll was great, and the guys in front of him. PK was good last night. It was probably the best PK game we've had this year. That's been one spot that we've kind of struggled. And so having those little successes that the guys build on the bench is always great to see too in those tight games.
You take a look at a team like yours. We were talking about this before we went to air. The depth. I mean, you've got as good a front line, as good a first line as anybody in the league. Of course, Zoll was just absolutely been terrific in net. I know that you can go to the other two guys if you need to, and your back end. We talked about that. A stronger back end that's still pretty young, but I think it's safe to say, Cody, it might be the most depth that you've had to work with in your tenure with this club.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when you're talking about Blake Betson and Liam Fitzgerald in your third line. You're talking about Drew Moldy on your fourth line, and those guys are impact guys every single night that they play, and so I mean it's good to see, and they've been rewarded. Like I mean, you look at the through Notre Dame, Yorkton, and Nipawin, we had four guys with hat tricks in 3 games, and 4 different guys on different lines, and so it was always good to see that kind of stuff. And at the end of the day last night, we the big boys scored to get it done, and that's kind of how you're gonna beat the big boys in the league. Is at the end of the day, your best players got to be your best players. But our depth has caused some problems for some teams here over the last couple of weeks here.
And how about the SJHL? We talked so much about parity, but again, this might be the biggest year for it. I don't know if you're going to really see anybody run away with the league like we've seen the last few years. I mean, look at your division. Like we mentioned, could be the first year in a long time that all 4 teams get in. They're all playing well. Parity-wise, I mean, it's a guess who anybody can win on any given night. We'd say that every year, but I think this year really, really true to that.
Yeah, I think so. The parity in the league has been really good. I think that. I think everybody's rink is hard to play in as well. That's another thing that I think that keeps the parity in our league strong is just the fact that going to Battleford is hard, going to Melfort is hard, going to Flin Flon, going to Yorkton, like every
Larange.
Yeah, well, Larange, yeah, that's a whole other animal. But it seems that any rink you go to, and you saw in the playoffs last year with us in Humboldt, like at the end of the day, the SJHL guys that did their previews we had no business being in that series, but they forgot that Crescent Point Place is a pretty tough spot to play sometimes, and I think that's true to say in a lot of the league, and it really does keep the parity strong.
You're right, and you go back to Crescent Point Place, you've had a pretty good home record there the last few years. Now this team's starting to win on the road. Look out. Exciting club. You've done a great job here again, Cody. The Bombers will certainly have their hands full again here tonight. Looking forward to a great game, and good luck to you and the Wings. It should be a fun year to watch your group.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. I hear the Billets and parents are in town tonight, so hopefully everything goes well with that, and parents all enjoy their night. So.
There he is, Cody Mapes, and it's interesting. He made that one comment there, Mike, about back here that last year the opening round of the playoffs against the Humboldt Broncos, and I guess the so-called experts think Weyburn has no business being here. I'll tell you what, he's worked as hard as anybody has.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to see what Weyburn's done. I mean, this is a big hockey market. When I started in '97 full time, that Weyburn team was one of the top programs in the country. They've won a couple national championships there, and they won it the first year that I officially took over in the league for play-by-play with the Bombers, and we've had some lean years there. But he's been patient. The community's been patient, and I'll tell you what, he's put together a really nice program, and a full circle for them. If anybody deserves to have success, it's them. They have a great hockey following, a great market, and I know Cody makes maybe that some people kind of tease for a little bit about all the trades that he makes, but you know what? He knows what he wants, and like he said, and I've said this many times before, I don't care if it's business, hockey, whatever, you don't find systems to fit players. You find players to fit systems. Perfect example with the Ingham trade that he dealt to Yorkton, a terrific young guy. I asked him off the air, so what happened there? He goes, didn't fit into what we wanted to do here.
Yeah, simple.
He's done a great job, and I'll tell you what, I certainly wish him the best luck. It's going to be a really fun team to watch. And
we've said it before, Rob. It's great to see teams like Weyburn being successful. It makes for a better SJHL. A guy like Coach Mapes makes for a better SJHL. The parity is really strong, and that makes for a great SJHL. So I'm glad to see the Weyburn Red Wings playing so well. Melville and Yorkton and all these teams. It's going to make it tough for our Flin Flon Bombers, but that's what makes a good league.
Well, and Flin Flon's been on top for a number of years now, and like you mentioned, sooner or later, other teams start to build their programs and get better. And like you said, it's for a great SJHL. And again, how about the division? Yorkton, Melville, Weyburn could all make the playoffs.
Absolutely.
I mean, in years past, it hasn't been that way. I mean, Melville did improve with Doug Johnson last year, but they struggled for a number of years before that. Yorkton's really, Emery Hollis has done a fantastic job there. Might be the best team in the league right now, although Melford's pretty good, and this Weyburn team might have something to say about that. But that whole division, look what's happened with them the last couple of years.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was almost a given that they'd come to Flin Flon and the Bombers would take care of them. Although Yorkton always gave us
Estevan, the other team in that division, I didn't.
Yeah,
they're always good.
Yorkton always seemed to give the Bombers a bit of a rough time, even with their teams like last year. So yeah, it's a great league and a lot of parity, and other teams are working hard to, and it has to be a good league to entice players to it. We have the BCHL situation. We have the WHL situation where they're going to allow in those players to play.
That's not confirmed yet.
No, but I think it's going to happen. But allow NCAA. So you want to have the best league, and that's what these coaches like Mapes, Reagan, all of these great coaches are bringing to the league.
It is Parents' Weekend. If you're wondering, there is a bit of a delay as they're introducing all the players on the ice. It's a really nice ceremony that they've done now, I guess, for the last number of years. The billet parents come out with the parents of the players, and of course the players skate out to give them wonderful souvenir bags and get their picture taken. And boy, one thing you've noticed by every single family that's come out there, everybody's had smiles on their faces from ear to ear.
I was with the parents and the billet parents this afternoon. You know, Rob, I met Rhett Ewan's parents. Their son-in-law is none other than Alex Smith.
I interviewed him in Melford last weekend.
Oh, did you? Yeah. Who great player. Played with my son here, and a great young man, and
went off to the NCAA.
Yep, that's right. And the Ewans are really, really nice people, as are all of our parents. And it was a great afternoon with them this afternoon.
Yeah, I didn't realize the connection until last weekend. Yeah. Alex was in Melfort and came up and kind of blew me away with that information. And like I said, right back at the Bomber family once again.
It's unbelievable.
But they're just winding down the last few billet families here. And we'll get ready for puck drop here momentarily. But a big night in the SJHL. Not, of course, just this Flin Flon Weyburn matchup tonight, but a big one in Humboldt between the Broncos and Ice Wolves tonight. Larange, a big win yesterday, held off Nipawin. You know, I feel for Tad Kozin, just a one win on the year. And I listened to my good buddy Clark Stork. I listened to him call the third period yesterday when I went home, and Nipawin really came close and really battling hard. So here's hoping they can pull out a couple of victories here. Yorkton, Melville, Terriers beat the Mills last night. Melville on home ice tonight. The Highway 10 Super Series continues. And speaking of Nipawin, they get Melfort tonight. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to go out on a limb right now. You'll never do it, the big fence sitter that you are. But I'm going to come out right now, and the Nipawin Hawks are going to win this game tonight.
Well,
in either regulation or overtime, they're going to win.
Well, Rob, yet again, you're wrong. The Melfort Mustangs will win that game.
Well, these.
We got something to argue about all night.
Anyway, I'm saying Nipawin wins this game.
I hope they do. I do. I hope they come out strong, and they deserve to.
So we'll see what happens there tonight. Of course, we'll follow all those games with our McDonald's out-of-town scoreboard. The good news is the time change might slip. Now just a couple weeks away, we can all get back to playing at the same time.
That'll be great. That'll be great.
So that was a nice ceremony tonight. Even the rink staff getting out there for pictures. Everybody wants to take advantage of these photo opportunities.
Poopsie Weber never misses an opportunity.
Right, big fan, and he's out there cheering the guys on, and does a great job here as the entire. I'll tell you what. Talking about the rink staff here, this facility, for the amount of years it's been around, it couldn't be in any better shape.
It's funny you mention it. They being a city councilor, sorry I shouldn't have done that, but they wanted me to welcome everybody to the city of Flin Flon, and I mentioned Kate Bailey and her staff, who take care of this old girl. And it is an old girl, and it's expensive to run, but it is immaculate this year. They've done a great job over the offseason. New sound system, new paint. It's always a work in progress at Whitney Forum. And if you ever get up here, you got, even in the offseason, come into the Whitney Forum. It's a shrine to hockey.
And the rink staff here second it on. Remember we had that ice, the plexiglass shatter last year? how great of a job they did with
Yeah,
that.
that's right. It was like you and I were worried that they might have to call the game. But no, the staff came and put another piece in, and away we went. So
Whitney Fortmer and the city of Flin Flon very fortunate to have that great staff that they do have here at this building, who take a lot of pride in the building. A great place to watch a game. No place I'd rather be on a Saturday, so we'll take one last break. Puck drop coming up momentarily. The Flin Flon Bombers, the Weyburn Red Wings, straight ahead on 102.9 CFER and FlinFlonOnline.com.
McDonald's is a big supporter of local sports in the north and are very happy to sponsor the Flin Flon Bomber broadcast. Check out the value menu and items under $4. The baked muffins for $2.19, chicken stack wraps $2.79, hamburgers $2.69, the sausage McMuffin $2.79, Junior McChicken $3.29, and the cheeseburger only $2.99. Small fries for $2.49 and 2 pies $1.99. McDonald's at the Flin Flon location at Walmart, also offering curbside pickup. Download the app, collect McDonald's rewards for free food, and sit and relax in the comfort of your own vehicle and await your order. McDonald's wishes the Flin Flon Bombers lots of success in the 2024-25 season.
All righty.
To go here, the Flin Flon Bombers, the Weyburn Red Wings, like we said, round number 3. The Bombers winning in Weyburn back on October the 4th, 4-2. Wings winning last night 2-1, courtesy of a couple of power play goals. The Flin Flon Bombers, we missed the pregame show at Mike Reagan, will go to the youngster tonight. And Jake Torgett will get just his second start in the SJHL. The other one was at the end of that Southern Road swing against Eston. Flin Flon was horrible in the first period that night. I watched the game on Flow TV. Got better as the night went on. He didn't have a lot of support. Hopefully he gets more tonight. So he's 0-1 on the year. Goals against a 3.02, a save percentage of 870. And Gaza Mitchell, a chance to give Kobe Nate something to think about if he can stand on his head and try to do what his teammate Angelo Zoll did yesterday. Mitchell on the year, not bad actually, 1-2. Goals against the 3.01 and a save percentage still over 900 at 1. So
he's a great goalie.
There's the starting netminders: Cormier, Piccinino, Semp up front for Flin Flon, Tanchuk and Schaefer on the back end. The Weyburn Red Wings are going to start things off the big line of Maharaj, DK Ruffman. And on the back end, they'll kick things off with Carmen, who I really like. He came over from the Battleford Stars, that big trade last season. He's on the back end with Bird, and we're underway here. DK, who had the game winner last night, throws it on goal, and already a shot for the Wings, kicked away by Torgett. Here come the Bombers outside their own zone. Cormier, who had the only goal for Flin Flon yesterday, gets the puck. He's across the line, throws it out front, intercepted. Maharaj quickly the other way to center. Here he comes with Bird. Maharaj across the line, nifty move there. Maharaj comes in a backhander, and Torgett a big save already. Wings got their feet. They were kind of really slow starting yesterday. Now they come out all guns a-blazing here tonight. 2 great chances already. Bombers will chip it back to center. Ryder Muko had several chances last night. Got the puck taken away. Here comes the big defenseman there for the Wings. That's Chakrabarty. Chakrabarty's got it in his own zone, off the boards. Wings will move it ahead. Broken up by Luke Leffer inside his own zone. Plays it ahead. Here's Richmond. Nice pass outside. Muka tried to get him behind the D, but he can't. Dropped it back to Gordon Anderson, a shot. And there's a good save by Dazza Mitchell to start the game. Muka was gassed there, you can tell. Not a lot left in the tank when he took that pass.
No, but then again, Carter Anderson doing what Carter Anderson does, coming in behind and getting a real quick wrist shot on Dazza Mitchell.
Just underway in the opening period, 18:41 to go. Ryder Ringer will get set for the faceoff here for Flin Flon against the Weyburn captain, Betson. They tie up. They're going to wave Betson out, so going in to take the face-off instead is going to be McIntyre. And it works. The Wings win the draw. Now they got a penalty right off the hop here. As the youngster for the Bombers, Muka taken down. And the Weyburn defenseman going to take a penalty just a minute 23 in here, Mike Slip. And that was the difference in last night's game. The Wings scored 2 power play goals. The Bombers just 1. Martin will go for a hold. And here we go with a Pepsi power play right off the hop.
You know, Ringer, they're missing Keith Gruner in that faceoff circle, but boy, oh boy, Ringer, there it is, boy, oh boy, my first one of the year. Ringer has just done a great job in that faceoff circle.
Curtis Lawrence is our Pepsi power play contestant. Gets his products at Walmart. Here's a chance for Sip. We had a guy wide open out front. Piccinino couldn't get there. Lepper will pinch in, so Curtis Lawrence, our first Pepsi power play contestant tonight. Ringer for the blue line, shoots it on target and kicked away that time. Nice blocker save by Daza Mitchell. Puck to the blue line. Wings will get to it. Nice job that time by Moldy, and he'll send it down the ice. Torget will stop it back, and then here's Lepper. He's got it for the Bombers. Lepper had a great game last night. Here's the pass to Ringer flying up the left wing. In Weyburn territory. Out front, back door. Anderson can't pick up the puck. Wings have it. Down the ice it goes. McIntyre trying to race in there. Here comes Torget out. Plays it niftily behind the net to Sem. And once again, he'll spring Anderson to center. A minute remaining in the power play. Anderson's pocket pick. Good job that time. McIntyre wasn't fooling him. Wings send it back down. Lepper to collect the puck back of his own net. 17 and a half to go in the opening period. Bombers on the power play. Not able to muster much so far. They'll get a chance now. Sights hammered hard along the boards. Puck picked up, sent down the ice that time by Maharaj, and Tanchuk back to get it. 45 seconds to go in the power play. Here's Cole Tanchuk to Schaefer. Left side for Lees. Joey Lees has got the pass across the line. Slides it out front to Sights. Didn't see it. Intercepted by Maharaj, and he's got some room. He'll take off. Here comes Maharaj. Gibson doodling to center ice. Almost had a goal earlier tonight. Cormier. He'll get it back for Flin Flon. Tried to come back to Lees. Intercepted here by Bird. Bird's got it off the boards, back down the ice. And great penalty killing here by the Wings. Flin Flon can't set up at all. One last chance. DK all over Tanchuk. Forces Sights back in his own zone. Just 7 seconds to go in the power play. Oh, he almost coughed it up. He got real lucky there. Sights gets it back to center. He looks tired, too. Back to Joey Lees. Yakubchuk's got it. Martin will race to the bench. We're back to 5 aside. So the Wings, a great job killing the first Flin Flon Bomber power play, which is 0 for 1. And 1 for 8 in the last 2 games, or 1 for 7 yesterday. Smith back in his own zone for Flin Flon, back to 5 aside. Like I mentioned, here's Yakubchuk. Ahead to Ewan. He'll chip that back across the Weyburn line. There's Carmen. He'll get rid of it. Knocked back in by Smith. Bird will pick it up. Bird back in it. Look out, intercepted here. Chance. Wide open net. Here's Finnegan firing it. Just firing it wide that time. A great chance for Ewan. That was Bassell with the turnover. We talked about his play last night. He's been so good for Flin Flon. McIntyre offside the other way, and Bassell almost he got the turnover inside the wing zone, stripped it away for the defenseman, and almost able to get Flin Flon on the board here.
Here's the replay on that. Yeah, that's a really good play by Bassell. You know, people, I looked online, social media drives me nuts, but they...
then why do you read it?
I don't know, it's just a habit. But they were complaining about the refereeing last night. Yeah, it probably wasn't great.
You know what? It wasn't in anybody's advantage.
No, it didn't. That's not why the Bombers lost, is what I'm getting at.
No, I totally agree.
It was a young man named Angela Zoll is the reason the Flin Flon Bombers lost that game.
And at the end of the night, both teams had 7 power plays.
Yeah, it was even. You know, there might have been missed calls, there might have been some bad calls, but it wasn't the refereeing that caused the Bombers to lose. Angela Zoll came and was a wall in there.
Yeah, that's one of the best goaltending performances I've seen. But I'll tell you what, Daza Mitchell looks kind of dialed in tonight, too. And
He sure does.
It's a big game for him, like we mentioned, as we get set for the faceoff back in the Flin Flon zone, the right of the netminder, the 17-year-old. And Jake Torget, just his second starts, looked good early, too, and he's had to make some save shots. By the way, 4-2 Bombers here on the front line. Shot clock to start the game. Leaves the lineup for the faceoff here against Smith Davis. Wins the draw. Rimmed around the boards. Maharaj will cut that one off. He's got it. Leaves it there. We got a penalty called here against the Bombers. The Wings are on the power play. So the penalty being handed out here to the Bombers. It's Roberge has got the penalty.
Mounier
Roberge is off, so Weyburn will get a chance to try and answer the Bomber power play. I didn't see the call there.
No, I think I heard Neen, Rob.
Flin Flon sends it the length of the ice, so Weyburn's power play will have to start things off back of their own net. So power plays both ways early here tonight. Here comes Chakrabarti, that terrific defenseman. Back to center ice to Maharaj. Maharaj across the Bomber line. He can really, really dangle. He'll bring it in tight. Maharaj out of the corner. Hangs on to it. Blue line just held in by Chakrabarti. Maharaj along the wall. Back out front. Nice pass. Great save by Torget. Oh, what a beauty that was on the one-timer out front that time by Smith Davis. Wings hold it in. Maharaj back out front. Deflected off the left pad that time at Torget. Torget a big, big save here. Wings continue to cycle the puck so well. Another pass out front, just in behind that time. The forward DK. And the Bombers get it down there. 36 seconds to go in the power play. What a save by Torget.
Yeah, he's played good so far.
Here's Carmen coming back to collect the puck inside the Weyburn zone. Carmen will skate with it to center. Drop that one back to LeBeau. They're really, really excited about what he's brought to this team this year. Cody Mapes really singing his praises before the game tonight. And LeBeau was fun to watch in last night's game for sure. Wings keep the puck in deep. Back to blue line. Ruthven, nice job off his stick, but unfortunately redirect. Go in the Bomber bench, and they'll blow that down with 8 seconds to go in the power play. But look at the differences in power plays tonight. The Wings have really been able to set up in the Flin Flon zone, and they move the puck so quickly.
Yeah, and a guy like Maraja, just what a beautiful skater he is, and he had a chance to break in, and then Torget with some great saves, or at least one great save.
I'm not sure what Lees is saying, but
I think he thinks this should be at the other end, and so do I, because I think it was knocked out with a high stick.
And you know what? Maybe are they going to move it here? I'm not sure what's going on. The referees come in. What's going on with Torget here? Referees come over. Torget came out of his net. What's going on here?
I was wondering if it had an equipment issue.
It's with his strap on his helmet, I think, is what the referee's indicating to Mike Reagan, that he's got to have that helmet strapped down. Torget's throwing his hands up in the air like he referee, but this is going to be interesting here.
Torget's saying, let's go.
He could be an ineligible player, though.
No, they're going to let him play.
That was interesting. Leads to take the face-off here against Betson. Wins the draw. Picked up by Yakubchuk. He'll hammer that around the boards to the blue line. Held in by Ruthven. Now it comes out. No, Ruthven kept it in. Look like they're going to get it out. Wings hold it in. Good work out in the corner. Back out front. Finally grabbed here by Ringer. And he'll take off with Yakubchuk. It's a 2-on-1. Ringer down the wing. Hangs on. Shoots it. And that one goes off the goalpost. Another goal post for these Flin Flon Bombers. Holy cow, Anderson knocked it down. We're back to 5-a-side, by the way. Anderson circling on the Bombers' side of center. What a nifty move that was, and he lost the puck. Stolen here by Ruthven. Ahead to Moldy, but taken back here by Smith out of the box, and he'll rip it right back in. Another entertaining hockey game here tonight. Meunier at center, rips that one in. Hits the boards, comes right back out front. Peccinino will grab it, but Ruthven took it from him. Puck came back to center. Grabbed here by Lepper. He'll send it inside the Weyburn zone. Piccinino knocked it down in the corner. Chance out front. Piccinino gets return pass. A shot on target. Good stick save made by Mitchell. Piccinino gets his own rebound. Back to blue line to Meunier. Meunier shot blocked in front. Loose puck grabbed here. And picked up here by one of the 17-year-olds for the Wings and McNichol, but he can't get it out. There's a flip pass to center. Picked up here by Gorman. Anderson took it from him. Real physical game tonight, too. Bombers forced back in their own zone. Weyburn definitely has got more jump in their step in this game, I'll tell you that. Piccinino. He'll clear it out. This will chase Oxelgren back in his own zone. Quick pass to center. Betson's got it. Flipped it deep inside Flin Flon territory. McIntyre back out there. Trying to chase it down. Lepper took it from him back of the goal. Puck laying back of the Bomber net. Townchuck will slide that around the boards. Grabbed here by Joey Lees, and he'll flip it up the left side. He was looking for the Bomber call up tonight in Ulmer, but he couldn't pick it up. Wings bring it back across the Bomber line. Now the puck will come back to center. Martin has it. Martin lost a handle. Ulmer took it from him, throws it in. Dazza Mitchell a quick chance to play it up the ice, and he does. Knocked down by Schaefer at his own blue line. Down to 11.5 to go in the opening period. Still no goals. But a very, very quick pace here tonight. This game's quicker than it was yesterday.
Yeah, it seems to be.
Weyburn's playing a lot harder.
Yes, they are.
Here's Schaefer. Up the boards. Nice pass to Seitz off the tip of his stick. Should have had it. He'll race in and he'll Trying to get it away from Martin. It comes to the side of the goal. LeBeau has it for the Wings. He'll poke that around the boards. And grabbed here. And flip back to center to Ruthven. Ruthven dumped it in. Torget got his stick on that. Tanchuk right around the boards again. Here's Semp. Nice pass outside the zone to Bazell. Bazell at center. Across the line. Trying to come back out front. Hit a skate. Back to blue line. Fired on target by Schaefer. And Dazza Mitchell looking pretty sharp tonight. We'll take that up the chest pad and hang on. 10:59 to go opening period. 6-3 the shots in favor of Flin Flon, but still waiting for our first goal of the game. The Bombers were a goal post away from getting one.
You know, we talked about those outside shots, and that's what Shaver had there, but it was a good shot, and who knows, there could be a rebound, there could be a tip. There's no harm in shooting it at the net.
Face off inside the wing zone, the left to Dazza Mitchell. Off the draw, the Bombers pitch Neal grabbed it. He had a good chance last time he was out there. Here's Cohen Semp racing after the puck, knocked it down deep in Weyburn territory. LeGrander gets it back, feeds it back to center ice. Wings lead the charge. LeGrander up the right side, takes the pass, walks in, shoots it off the post. The puck goes through the crease. Back up front, they score from behind the net. What a chance that was. The first one grazed the post, went back of the goal, and then it's picked up and fired back of the goal that time by the Wings. LeGrander, he started the play, he'll finish it up, and that's, I think, a goal that the young 17-year-old Bomber netminder would like back. Funny bounce, just from behind, again, going back to shooting the puck, right? Good things happen.
I think it went off for Torget's left skate and into the net. That happens. I mean, you know, that's the way it goes. It might have gone off full Tanchuk, but I think it did go off of Torget.
Third of the year for LeGrander, and the Wings come back again. The very dangerous DK inside the Flin Flon zone, back to blue line. There's a chance just whipped wide that time by the defenseman Chakrabarty. And Flin Flon trying to get something going. Here's a pass to Anderson on side. Lost the handle, but got it back. He'll flip it to the blue line. Picked up here by Ringer. Ringer's got it through traffic. Good save. Mitchell rebound laying in front. Yuka can't get to it. Grabbed here by DK. DK up the middle, hit Maharaj in the back, didn't see it. Now the Bombers get it back. Was there any assist on that goal, Mike? Do you know?
I didn't hear, Rob, but I will check for you.
Yuka will cut in. He'll flip that wide stick side. Back to blue line. Leffert will hold it in. Yuka trying to get a stick on it. Knocked away. Here comes the Wings again. DK on side. To Smith Davis. Tried to come back out front. Picked up by Tanchuk. He'll flip it outside the zone. LeBeau back there to break this one up. Feeds it back to Martin. A bounce pass to DK. He'll fire it in and go off for a change. 9.5 to play. Weyburn in front, 1-0. That's the first even strength goal, by the way, we've had in the 2 games. All 3 goals last night scored in the power play. Yakubchuk forced back in his own zone. Roughed up in the corner that time. Nice body check that time by Moldy. Moldy out front and off. Angle shot again. That one stopped by Torget, but Flin Flon having a tough time getting outside their own zone. Wings have it at center. This is Doms. Tried to play that one back. Intercepted by Flin Flon. Sent back to center. Leo Seitz on it. Seitz down the wing. Off the shoulder that time of Mitchell. Gets his own rebound back. Nice effort to throw it out front. Knocked down here by Vassell. Vassell back of the goal. He'll hang on to it. Vassell trying to make something happen back of the goal for Seitz. Seitz. Tanchuk calls for it. That's where they go. Swings it back to Schaefer. His long shot off the glove that time. Good save, Mitchell. A little bit of pressure here by the Bombers, trying to tie up this game with 8.5 to go in the opening period. Wings are trying to freeze it up there. They're might be a little bit tired as Flin Flon's been cycling the puck very nice inside their own zone. Puck in deep. You can hear both benches yelling to move the puck. Finally, it comes free. Picked up by Moldy for the Wings into the blue line. Puck stays in. Finally set back to center. Tanchuk for Flin Flon will get a hold of it. They'll rip it right back in. Martin will pick it up in the corner. There's a pass knocked down by Tanchuk, but he can't hold the line. And it squeaks across the blue stripe. 8:07 to go opening period. A 1-0 Weyburn lead. And we're going to get to the media timeout. We are. We'll take a break. Come back with more of this exciting first period. Wings in front 1-0 here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
You want a flexible way to advance yourself through education. UCN's continuing education has got you covered. Whatever amount of time you want to commit, whatever your goals, we have something for you. We offer virtual courses, evening classes, short-term weekend trainings, and essential certification courses. Learn something new or refresh your skills. UCN makes learning fit your lifestyle. Explore all the exciting opportunities waiting for you at ucn.ca. That's ucn.ca. UCN. Here, you can.
Ayugay tutanao, University College North, Sarkinu Tigis Kinomagay nao, Ayikan Topatien nao, UCN.ca, UCN Hewutagay Tagispanyo.
The only thing that could be better than enjoying familiar favorites at Chicken Chef is finding new ones. Enjoy their local fares menu with appetizers like the comforting tater skins or the tangy Thai popcorn shrimp. Bring your appetite for the barbecue smash burger with 2 ground beef patties, or try the Chicken Chef Classic Reuben and the Dilly Bird for the pickle lover in you. Have an adventurous palate or like what you always like at Chicken Chef, it always feels like...
Okay, go ahead.
And welcome back here to the Whitney Forum. We've got 8:07 to go. Trying to track down that assist on the Legrander goal. The online scoring got up and going yet, but hopefully we'll get that rectified right away. As Lees lines up for the face-off against Betson just outside the Weyburn blue line. That's Ulmer for the Bombers. He'll dump it in. Gaz and Mitchell waits for it. In the corner, Ulmer tried to get a hold of it. He can't pick it up. Now he does. Ulmer, nice job out front. Ewan, and he whiffed on a great feed that time from Ulmer. Bombers hold it in. There's another chance, but knocked down in front of the net. Carmen has it along the boards. And chipped down the ice that time by the wings Legrander, who's got the goal. Look out. Falling down and blowing a tire that time was Ewan. The puck did come out. Gorman will fire it back in. Schaefer will pick it up back of the Bomber net. Shots are 9-6. Bombers here on the front line shot clock so far in the opening period. There's a stretch pass for Cormier. Can't pick that one up. It's wide, and we'll get a face-off back inside the Flin Flon zone. And no question about it, this Weyburn team skating a lot quicker tonight.
Absolutely. Just an update on the online scoring. Apparently our usually great online scoring man isn't here. They got a call late that he wasn't going to show. They're looking for help. So bear with the folks across the aisle. We'll do our best to catch all the assists and penalties and so on and so forth.
Semp off the face-off, comes back to Cormier. That one flipped back to center ice. Grabbed here by Chakrabarty. And the Wings will dump it back inside the Flin Flon zone. You can tell what the game plan is here tonight. They're dumping the puck in. They're trying to punish the Bomber defense and looking for turnovers.
Yes.
Cormier, he'll get a hold of it. Quickly back down the other way. Cormier, nice nifty move inside the Weyburn zone. Got the only goal for Flin Flon last night. Throws it in tight. Picked up in the side net by Semp, and Dazza Mitchell got the big goal stick down to make the save. There's a one-timer by Lepper. Dazza Mitchell turned that one away, and he looks good tonight as well. Here's Mounier for Flin Flon. Tried to come back to Cormier. Legrander got a stick on it, redirected it away. Semp back in the net, can't knock it down. Now it comes out front. Mounier knocked it down. His chance! Off the stick over top of the net. And Mitchell had no idea where it was. It hits the net. It's probably a tie game. There's a shot. Didn't miss by much again. Mounier pitches in. His shot hits a stick, goes wide. DK will grab it. Here comes DK down the wing. Took a bit of a body check. Cormier got it back for Flin Flon. Tried to headman that one to Piccinino. Maharas with the interception. Gets it back to center. Now the puck lifted back in the Flin Flon zone. DK will come down here on Lepper. Lepper to the corner. Picked up here by Yakimchuk. Yakimchuk's had up along the boards. Grabbed here by Ulmer, but he can't clear it out. There's Yakimchuk back along the boards to Muka. Muka gets a couple chances. He'll get a hold of it this time. That's an ice. And the face-off once again coming back in the Flin Flon zone. 5:44 to play. 11-7 the shots in favor of Flin Flon here on the front line shot clock. But it's the Wings who take advantage of a interesting goal from behind the net.
Yeah, it's a fluky one, but like you say, put it towards the net, and good things may happen.
Tell you what, we've been talking a lot about Daz Mitchell. Torkins played pretty good.
He sure has. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Rob.
That one save he made on that power play was beautiful. Anytime you can stop a one-timer in front of the net, you're doing your job. Here's Tanchuk. Sends it back to Carter Anderson. Been quiet tonight. Not a lot of room for him. Dropped it back. Rigger what's in? Shoots it. Blocked in front that time. What a tremendous play by the Weyburn defenseman. The Bombers blocked a lot of shots last night. It's the Wings tonight. And that was LeBeau who he talked about. He'll get the puck in tight one. Might have saved the goal there. Great job to block that shot. And they'll force the Bombers back in their own zone. Great play that time by LeBeau. Here's the stretch pass to Anderson across the line. Feeds it back. Ringer. Ringer knocked off the play by Bird. Another big defensive play here by the Wings. Firing on all cylinders here at the Whitney Forum tonight. Back to center off the stick of Mounier over the glass and out of play. And so easy to talk about the guys that contribute every night offensively. Two gigantic defensive plays here.
Yeah, absolutely. What a great pass, though, from the D up to Carter Anderson. Ryder Ringer probably wishes he shot that puck instead of trying to quicker. He shot it sooner, and with Carter Anderson coming down the right side.
Off the face-off, the puck fired back inside the Flin Flon zone. There's Lepper back of the net. Around the boards. Sight digging away, try to get it out. Comes to the blue line, held in here by Betson. That one redirected out front. Sights will get to it, played it back to center ice. There's Bassell trying to make something happen, but Carmen played him perfectly. Boy, this Weyburn D is strong. Yeah, they score a lot of goals, but they're good defensively, too. And they're showing that here tonight as they'll dump it back in the Flin Flon zone. Target the Bomber netminder out to play it in the corner. Wings converge. Bombers do get it out, though. Sights gets it back to Stitten at center. Stitten will fire it in, try to chase it down, but grabbed here by the Weyburn defenseman Oxelgren. Oxelgren ahead to McIntyre. McIntyre will flip it out. Picked up here and sent back inside the Flin Flon zone by Gorman. Here's Tanchuk for Flin Flon. Back to Ulmer. Nice job to feed that one back to Schaefer. Got some room. He'll take off at center. Down the wing across the Bomber line. Here's Schaefer. Dropped it back. Ewan overskates it. Gets it back. Ewan a chance. That hits a skate out front and goes wide. Oxelgren got a piece of that one. Wings get it back. Oxelgren to center ice. Ahead to Moldy. Moldy one guy to beat. Going wide here on Schaefer. Moldy cutting in. And Schaefer comes back out front. They score. Moldy stays there. And he'll whack her in. And the Wings will take a 2-1 lead. Or 2-0 lead, rather. Moldy out front, stayed right where he was, and he'll get that off the left shoulder and in. And the Wings in business, starting to take away this game at 2-0.
Moldy left all alone in front. Torgett left on his own devices there. The Bombers can't go down another goal, Rob.
No, the Weyburn Red Wings, like I said, making some big plays defensively. And we'll get the announcement on that goal. Mike will get the assist here for us, hopefully, as the puck is sent in. Just the one assist. It's going to be number 15, which is, trying to find him on my sheet here. Oh, Doms didn't play last night, but he's one of the young 17-year-olds and gets the assist on that one at the 16:30 mark. So Moldy's third from Doms. And Weyburn in front 2-0. As they'll go and grab some new hardware here. And Piccinino lines up for the face-off here against DK. Wings a good opening period. Look out, there's a tough bounce on Torgett, but Flin Flon can't clear it out. Harris with the steal, and they ripped out over top of that. That was close to going in as well. Wings hold the line into the glove. Torgett's got it. And again, this Weyburn attack a lot more hard-nosed than it was yesterday. They're really forcing Flin Flon tonight.
And you mentioned defensively, they're stopping the forwards at the blue line. Carter Anderson, who's usually so good with that puck, and he is good with the puck, but he's been pickpocketed a few times right at the blue line. So
they're going to maybe have to find different ways to enter the zone and start passing the puck a little bit more.
Absolutely. They're having a hard time getting into that zone.
DK against Piccinino. One thing I do know, Flin Flon's got to get the next goal here tonight.
I agree.
Or it could be a long way back. Ask the Nipawin Hawks what happened to them the other night when Weyburn got going. Here's Piccinino to center. He'll break up the right side. He's got Semp and Cormier with him. Piccinino tied up in the corner by Carmen, one of the great Weyburn defensemen. DK digs it free, but knocked away. Nice job this time by Cormier along the boards. Cormier, back of the net. He'll hang on to it. Here's Cormier. Dropped it in the corner for Semp. Semp tried to play that one back to Piccinino. He was tied up, really didn't have a lot of room. Ruthven will get to it, but he can't clear. Held in this time by Lepper, but Wings get it right back, and They'll lift the puck back down the ice. Mounier. He'll take off and grab it inside the Flin Flon zone. Here's Mounier. Puck's broken up at center ice. Smith-Davis can't move it, but here comes Ryder Muka for Flin Flon back the other way. Muka, a backhand pass out front to Anderson. Anderson back out front, intercepted by Davis, and he'll send Schmidt away. Schmidt to center, across the line. There's Schmidt. Ooh, wicked hack that time on Tanchuk, and there's a big body check on Muka. Penalty coming up here to Smith-Davis. Anderson might want to be careful. He doesn't want to take an extra penalty.
No.
Muka looks like he's shaken up, though. He loses his helmet. But he does get back up, and Flin Flon's going to get a chance for the late power play here. And is this turning point time in the game here, Mike, with 1:56 to go in the opening period?
It is a very, very important time of the game. I don't know if they're going to be able to get Carter Anderson out. Yeah, he's going to stay out.
Larry Willerton is our Pepsi Power Play contestant. Gets his products at the gateway. So good luck to Larry Willerton. If the Bombers score in the power play, he'll win a 12-pack of Pepsi, courtesy of Arctic Beverages, your local dealer of Pepsi-Cola in northern Manitoba and Saskatchewan. Ringer, Semp, Piccinino, Lepper, and Anderson is the Flin Flon Bomber power play unit. Bomber power play once again, heading into tonight. Ranked 6th in the league. They did have a power play goal last night. The Weyburn penalty kill. Last night it was 11th. It's moved all the way up to number 6 after killing 6 of 7 Bomber power plays at last night's game. We'll see what the Bombers can do. Ringer at center. Threads the needle to Semp. Broke it up, though, didn't get it there. Ringer along the boards. They sent it back to blue line, held in by Lepper out front, backdoor Semp and Mitchell there. Semp didn't get a lot of one on it, but Daz and Mitchell read it perfectly. Got his right pad down square to the post there, and he makes another good save.
Yeah, that LeBeau, he wasn't taking anything. Thought he might get a penalty. He was thrown a bit of a punch, but no penalty.
A minute 37 to go in the period. A minute 41 in the power play for Flin Flon, their second of the night. As Ringer will take the face-off here against Maharaj to the right of the netminder, Daz and Mitchell. It's back to Lepper. There's Anderson's shot. That one got broken up. Puck comes back to center ice. Picked up here by Maharaj. He'll make way to Legrander, who's got one of the 2 goals tonight. Throws it in on goal. Bouncing puck, and Torget forced to hop on that with a minute 23 to play in the period. And a minute 27 remaining in the Flin Flon power play. A 2-0 Weyburn lead. 2 goals tonight from Legrander and Moldy, who are both scored their 3rd of the season. Maharaj to take the face-off against Ringer. And again, that Bomber power play having a tough time setting up in the Weyburn zone. Yep. Wings win the face-off. There's a chance! Oh, just missed. Redirected at the last second that time by Legrander, looking for his second of the game. Carter Anderson back there for Flin Flon. We'll see if he can get things going. He turns the puck over to Maharaj. Maharaj short-handed! And there's a big save by Torget. He'll get rid of it quickly. That could have been devastating there. Nice save by Torget. Here comes Flin Flon back the other way. Seth. Back to Anderson. Quick chance. That one got blocked again. Oh, the Wings have blocked a ton of shots here so far. Sent the length of the ice. Lepper will go back to get it. 52 seconds remaining in the period. 54 seconds in the power play. Bombers needing a goal to get back in this game and get some life into this building. Here's a pass to Schaefer. Schaefer down the right side. Dropped it back to Cormier. Nothing doing. Intercepted again. Sent back down the ice. Tanchuk. Back of the goal, we got Schaefer blowing a tire on the other side. Here's Seitz with the stretch pass. Seitz dropped it back to Lees. He was covered, sent it in on net. Weak shot turned away by Dazza Mitchell. Seitz on the rebound. In the corner, Cormier took his guy down. They both fell down the corner. There's Betson for the Wings. He'll get a hold of it. And back down the ice it goes. This power play not able to muster anything. I don't think they really had a good shot on it.
No, they haven't.
Tanchuk leads it back to Schaefer. Off a skate. Good penalty killing away again by DK. Tanchuk goes back to get it. That's going to do it for the opening period here tonight. And not a good one from a Flin Flon Bomber perspective. They're down a pair of goals and could be more. There was that giveaway to Maharaj late, but Target made the save. And, of course, going back to that power play, they had that point blank chance as well.
Absolutely. And, you know, there's some bad passes out of their zone. Created a lot of good scoring opportunities. Maharaj, sorry if I said that wrong, had a great opportunity there with a bad pass from Carter Anderson, which doesn't happen very often. So the Bombers have to find ways, like you say, to get into the offensive zone. They've been pretty much stymied, and really their power play is non-existent really. They can't get set up, and when Daza Mitchell has been called upon, he's been there to make the saves.
Yeah, he's hasn't had to make a lot of real tough ones so far, but again, like we said, and I'm sure anybody watching or listening, whatever the case may be, I think everybody realizes Flin Flon desperately needs to get that next goal tonight.
They sure do. They have to come out flying in this second period, and I know that Coach Reagan will be mentioning that to them in no uncertain terms. So we'll have to see what happens coming up here in the second period.
It's a 2-0 lead for Weyburn. We'll take a break. The first intermission show for the Co-op is coming up, and putting a look at that first period scoring summary momentarily here on 102.9 CFPR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Hud Bay is proud to be a sponsor of this Bomber broadcast. From donations for bursaries, hockey schools, clubs, community events, charities, and so much more, Hud Bay has supported our community with dedication and generosity, contributing to events and organizations. Hud Bay thanks the people of Flin Flon for their continued support.
The North of 53 Co-op salutes the growers of the products you see every day. And you can thank them by enjoying the high-quality items that they provide to the Co-op. Raised, grown, and produced by family operators across Western Canada, so your family can get access to the freshness that you value so much. From their farms to our tables, you can see it and taste it for yourself. At the North of 53 Co-op, you're at home there.
You feed them, walk them, and love them. And at the end of the day, Creighton Furniture knows you wouldn't trade the fur-covered laundry for anything. Although you could upgrade your washer and dryer with Maytag's Pet Pro laundry system and say goodbye to relying on lint rollers to save the day. You can enjoy fur-free laundry in any style you'd like, whether that's with Maytag's front-load or top-load washer and their dryers, powered by electric or gas. Conquer pet hair like a pro with Maytag at Creighton Furniture and Appliance Center.
All right, go.
And welcome back to Whitney Forum, the first intermission. Once again, a presentation of the North of 53 Consumers Co-op. Weyburn Red Wings firing in all cylinders, and not just offensively, but again, some terrific defensive plays. And I can see how they won 6 in a row. Really not a lot of weaknesses there, are there?
It sure doesn't look like it from the goalie out there. Some great defensive play. And boy, that some really fast forwards who are able to get in, and they're able to get their sticks on the puck, and tonight especially they're looking like a different team.
Let's take a look at the first period scoring summary. Legrandeur started the play. He went down the right side, got one off the post, and then it redirected back, and he went after it again and just fired it. It hit somebody and went in. Didn't get assist on that one. That might even be an unassisted goal. I don't know. But anyway, Legrandeur's third to open things up at 9:28. Then Moldy would come back his third at 16:30. Damas, the nice pass up front. Like you said, nobody picked up Moldy in front. He goes off the left shoulder of Torget, and the Wings will take the 2-0 lead after the opening period. Shots dead even at 12 apiece. The Bomber power play, though, Mike, 4 seconds away from going 0 for 2, and really has not been able to get going.
Haven't set up at all, Rob, and I don't think... I think Carter Anderson took a shot and missed in that first power play, but I think that's the only shot they've gotten in the last 2 power plays.
So shots dead even at 12 apiece. Wings 0 for 1 in the power play. Flin Flon 4 seconds away. We're going for 0 for 2, and again, we'll just kind of have to settle things down a little bit, and it'll be really interesting if they can get the next goal, just to kind of get some life. The team kind of almost dragging their heels in the last 3-4 minutes. You can see after the second goal, it was really deflating.
Yeah, as you were mentioning that, I was thinking the same thing. I looked on the ice, and a lot of heads were hung low, and that can't happen. You just have to forget about it and come back and battle hard. They got to come out and hit a little more. I think the Weyburn Red Wings are throwing their body around a little more than the Bombers. Last night I thought the Bombers came out a little more physical. So the Bombers need to come out physical this period.
Wings in front 2-0 as Legrandeur and Molty both have their third of the season. We'll take a break. More of the opening intermission for the Co-op straight ahead, including our Creighton Pizza player profile. Pierce Yakimchuk will be our guest here tonight. His comments coming up momentarily. More from the Whitney Forum on 102.9 CFPR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Gosh darn it, we're in last place. We need some.
All right.
To go fast.
I want to go fast.
We'll get in there, Ricky Bobby, but first take this Jack's Links beef jerky.
damn experiences of my entire life.
Arctic Beverages and Jack Link's Beef Jerky. Feed your wild side.
We can't do it anymore. One day was fine, but now it's endless jive turkey and a nothing with the stuffing. We want something else.
Open 3 to 10:30 daily. Creighton's Pizza.
Yes! Thanks, Radio Guy. Saving us from the leftover overkill. Your one-stop shop for pizza, burgers, fried chicken, and ethnic classics. Creighton's Pizza. 688-2080. Fight for the last slot.
Here you go. Welcome to our first intermission. Pierce Yakimchuk is our Creighton Pizza player profile here tonight. Pierce, of course, into his second year here as a Bomber. Pierce, getting lots of ice time. I know that's been fun, but the team has been kind of struggling a little bit of late.
Yeah, we've just been trying our best and working as a team as hard as we can, doing everything in our power to get a win now. The boys have been coming together. Tonight's going to be a must-win game for us. We're going to do everything we can, try to do the small things right, and get the job done.
Well, you know, the thing is, I mean, you're not going to win every single game you play, but you take a look at last night's game. You do so many things well. You double them in shots. Those are the games that are really frustrating to lose. A game that, let's face it, you should have won. I think you won every aspect of the game except they had the one more power play goal than you had.
Yeah, it's frustrating, but it's no excuse. We still got to get the job done. Either way, it's we got to win the games. Like, those are the games that we have to win. It's like when it comes to playoffs, those are the games that we're going to be in, and we have to get the job done, whether we like it or not.
A lot of good players have gone from last year's team. I'm sure you've heard all about this. But what did you learn? I mean, obviously a bigger role for you on this team this year, but you came in as a rookie last year. What did you learn from the guys? A lot of, obviously, guys that had a pretty good hockey pedigree that have been successful in a lot of different programs, not just Flin Flon.
Yeah, I learned lots of things. I looked up to players like Adam McNutt and like Jacob Valkler and Justin Lees. They were really good players on the ice and off the ice. I learned just how important it is to compete in practice and just to do the small things right, and that it'll take you a long ways in hockey.
What about going to the finals? What did you get out of that experience?
Yeah, that was really a really good experience, making it all the way to Melford in the finals. It was lots of fun, just learning that everything counts, and it comes down to having a full 20 player lineup. It's not just your top 6 guys. It goes right down to the core.
Well, I think Melford showed that. I mean, they had injuries to a lot of their elite guys, but it was the secondary guys that got the job done for them down the stretch. And you're right, and that's going to be for this team this year. You have some guys that can score, but you need a little bit of everything. And I would think 4 pretty even lines on this team. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would definitely agree. We have lots of production from all of our lines on our team. We gotta put it all together tonight and for the rest of the season and play a full 60 minutes.
Big year for you. What did you do in the offseason? You knew you're going to be counted on more heavily. You're going to obviously move up a few pegs on the defensive ladder. What did you do in the offseason to kind of prepare for this year?
I just put in the work. Every day I'd be either working out or on the ice, just working at it, getting better every single day.
You're around 500 here right now. I know it's a little bit disappointing compared to where the team's been the last few years, but saying us, there's still a lot of hockey to go. You yourself personally, your thoughts on your team this year, and I guess a lot of the new additions that have come in.
I think there's lots of great players. I still think we're better than our record right now, and we'll show it in the rest of the season. We'll find a way to win, and we'll be at the top of the leaderboard by the end of the season, I believe.
You know, you get better with every single game you play, and I think that you've really proven that. I thought you had a good training camp, a decent preseason, maybe a little bit nervous when the regular season began, but Pierce, the last few games, you've looked very comfortable out there to me.
Yeah, I've been trying to stay confident and just put every last effort in to whatever every play I've made and be hard to play against. Just what it's like to be playing as a Bomber.
So is that kind of your game plan? I mean, lots of guys like to score. I get that, and there's obviously you've had some pretty good offensive defensemen the last couple of years. Noah Hull obviously being a pretty good candidate for that. But is that kind of your game? Defense first, and if the offense comes, it comes?
Yeah, for sure. It's nice to have points and all, but in the end of the day, it's we got to shut down their lines, and if we shut them down, then we'll have the puck more, which leads to more ozone time.
Looks like to me you're trying to be more physical as well.
Yeah, for sure. The more physical we are, the more scared they'll be, and the more they'll make mistakes.
Well, you got Weyburn right here again tonight. I mean, they've had obviously a pretty good run, 6 straight wins. You have had some success against when they're building earlier this year, and again, kind of let one slip away last night. Do you like these back-to-back games against the same team?
Yeah, it's good to really know your opponent, and it's almost like a rivalry in the next game. You just know who you're playing, and maybe if the first game didn't go your way, you get revenge on them.
Sounds good to me. Quickly, how did you become a Flin Flon Bomber? How did it all kind of work out? How did you wind up here in the first place?
Just through St. Albert, my head coach, Jack Redlick, just told me that Bombers were interested, and I came down here and met the coaches and the players, and I loved it. Like, it's just a good atmosphere and great everything.
Did you know much about the Bombers or the community or anything before you found out that Flin Flon was interested in you?
Actually, no. I didn't even know what Flin Flon was at first. Just I was kind of stumped.
Did you probably went to Google right away?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, right away I went to Google and searched it up, and I didn't realize how great of a community it was and how great of an atmosphere it was.
And I'm sure you're happy you came here?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's been a great experience, and I love everything.
Quickly, before I let you go here, Pierce, and can be from any level of hockey, anywhere you played, biggest hockey moment for you personally?
I would say the Melfort Mustangs finals. It's just a great experience, and it'll stick with me forever.
Well, it certainly was an exciting final, and here's hoping the team can take it a little bit step further here this year. Obviously, some work to do. Great test in Weyburn here tonight. I know your parents are here to watch you.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be a good night tonight. We're going to win it for our parents.
Is this the first time your parents have been here?
First time my mom's been here. My dad was here last year for Parents Weekend.
So you're probably hoping for a pretty good game tonight then?
Yeah, for sure.
I hear you, Pierce. Listen, thanks a lot for doing this. Good luck against the Wings, and good luck to you and the Bombers down the stretch.
Thank you, Artie.
That's Pierce Yakimchuk, our Creighton Pizza player profile here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Get your vehicle winter ready with the winter tire event.
No, there's 3 altogether.
Tires and winter tires for all makes and models.
Actually, sorry, there's only 2.
The best time to get new tires. Take advantage of tire financing and be entered to win a local gift basket valued at $500. Book your appointment now before winter really gets here. The winter tire event on now at Northland Ford, the dealership you tell your friends about.
McDonald's is a big supporter of local sports in the North and are very happy to sponsor the Flin Flon Bomber broadcast. Check out the big value menu and items under $4. The baked muffins for $2.19, chicken stack wraps $2.79, hamburgers $2.69, the sausage McMuffin $2.79, Junior McChicken $3.29, and the cheeseburger only $2.99. Small fries for $2.49 and 2 pies $1.99. McDonald's at the Flin Flon location at Walmart, also offering curbside pickup. Download the app, collect McDonald's rewards for free food, and sit and relax in the comfort of your own vehicle and await your order. McDonald's wishes the Flin Flon Bombers lots of success in the 2024-25 season.
Okay, go.
Flip the opening intermission here for the Co-op. Lots of scores to get to tonight for our McDonald's out-of-town scoreboard. Let's see what's happening around the SJHL. Just underway is LaRange Humboldt. They're scoreless in the opening period. Yorkton Melville already have goals. 1-1 there with about 8 minutes to go. Melfort, a 2-0 lead on Nipawin in the opening period. I still think the Hawks can come back and maybe take that one here tonight. Manitoba Junior Hockey League, Verdun. All these games were actually in the second period. Verdun ahead of Niverville 2-0. The Blizz, a 1-0 lead on Selkirk. Swan Valley, who fired their coach Barry Butler yesterday, lead Nipawin 1-0 in the second period. Portage, a 3-0 lead on Steinbach in the second, with Dauphin in the freeze, 1-1 in the second. Major League Baseball playoffs, the American League Championship Series, the NL, it's a travel day. Dodgers up 3-2 on their way to, I guess, New York, or they're back to Dodger Stadium tomorrow.
LA, yeah.
Anyway, the American League Championship Series, Cleveland, a 1-0 lead on the Yankees, the fifth, trying to force the seventh game.
I thought that series was over, but no, apparently not.
No, Cleveland's still hanging around. NHL, some finals. The Dallas Stars beat Edmonton today, 4-1. That was this afternoon. Big win for Ottawa. Anytime you can beat Tampa Bay, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
They held them off by a score of 5-4. We got Detroit over Nashville today. Nashville really struggling. I don't think Steven Stamkos got a goal yet.
No.
5-2 the final there. Florida in overtime beat Vegas 4-3. You got the Rangers ahead of Toronto 2-1 in the third. The Caps lead the Devils 5-4 in the third. Montreal, the Islanders 2-2 in the third period. Vancouver, a 3-0 lead on Philly in the third. St. Louis leads their game tonight against Chicago. That's 4-3 in the third period. And the second game on Hockey Night in Canada, Calgary set to battle San Jose. And CFL action, boy, BC's taking one heck of a tumble here in the second half of the season. They're getting their butts handed to them again tonight. Montreal well in front, 24-3. That one in the fourth quarter. So that's what's happening with your McDonald's out-of-town scoreboard here at the Whitney Forum. Legrander and Moldy goals, and Weyburn a 2-0 lead after one, and are 5-2 when they lead after 20 minutes of play this year. The Flin Flon Bombers, when they trail after a period of play this year, their record 2-3, so not the end of the world. And actually did trail the Wings in Weyburn. It was 2-1, mind you. They got that, again, you talk about opportunistic. The Wings scored the first two goals that night, but Flin Flon did get a power play goal late in the first period and did score. They got that chance here tonight, Mike. They didn't make good on it, but boy, they need to get the next one.
That seems to last long, the horns, but yeah, you're absolutely right, Rob. It's, I think, very important that they get the next goal. I think it looks like Daza Mitchell's having a great game. He's let a few rebounds go and left.
There was a goal post again that period.
Another goal post. So I think he might be beatable, but they can't. You know, they got to get into the zone. You got to get into the zone to get a shot on the goalie.
That's right. And Weyburn again. As good as an offensive team they are, they made two tremendous defensive plays. That shot block that they made,
yeah,
and they always take their man. You never see, like you see the Bombers, there's a loose guy all the time in their end. You never see that at the other end of the ice.
No.
Weyburn, every guy's accounted for. Like I said, Cody Mates has done a heck of a job here, and they're going to be a tough out for anybody. And everybody always tries to make moves to make their teams better. If I was Cody Mates, I think I'd stay pat. I think that he's got a good team right now, and let these guys play together and make something happen. But they're a fun team to watch. The full marks for a 2-0 lead here early in the second period. There's Schaefer for Flin Flon. Off the boards, gets it back to center. That's picked up by Carbon. Anderson almost had a break there. But it's Schmidt here for the Wings across the line. Hangs on! That's a good shot block that time by Schaefer. Held in the blue line by Bird. He's tripped up. There could have been a penalty there, yeah. The Wings were thinking, and I think they had a case for one. Here's Semp. A backhand pass back to Piccinino at center. He'll take off. Long shot, easy save for Mitchell. He'll grab that and hang on, and the Bombers will get a face-off inside the Wing zone just underway here in the second period.
Great interview, Rob, with Pierce Yakinchuk, a really nice young man. Got to meet his parents there. They're so happy that Pierce is here. He was Northland Ford's Player of the Week last week. He had a great week. So, as I say, a great guy, Pierce Yakinchuk.
Benson against Winger. The face-off to the left of Daza Mitchell in Weyburn territory. Off the draw, it's the Wings that get it back to center. Cormier, he'll get a hold of it. Again, the only Bomber to score here on Parents Weekend is he'll get it in deep. Around the boards, looking that time for Muka, who's had all kinds of chances. Puck will come back to center, grabbed here by Lepper. Lepper will take off across the Weyburn line. Luke Lepper will throw that puck in deep. Muka trying to get in position here. He's got Ringer with him. Ringer try to hang it up along the boards. Wings work it free. Back of the net. Flin Flon knocks it down, keeps it in. Grabbed here by Oxelgren. He kind of ran into his own guy. Now he's got control of it. Oxelgren, he'll skate with it. Gets it back to center ice. Betson, the captain, will tap it back in Flin Flon territory. There's Smith for Flin Flon around the boards. Marcel comes back to get it. Played that one ahead here to Stinton. Stinton back to center ice. Bouncing puck. Grabbed here by Gorman. He took a good body check by Bassell. LeBeau knocked it down, but Stinton took it from him. Here's Stinton. He's 17-year-old product across the line. A good quick shot. There's a good save. Again by Daza Mitchell. Seeing everything. Here's another thing. Maybe try to get some traffic in front of them.
Yeah, they did last night. Although Angelo Zoll was able to fight through it. But that's the only way you're going to beat these goalies. The SHL renowned for their goaltending, and you gotta make it tough on them.
Mahara's back out there, taking the face-off here against Smith. Puck will come outside the line, sent back in by the Bombers, Smith. And Martin will grab it back in the Weyburn net. 17. Oh, there's a turnover by the Wings inside their own zone. Stanton knocked it down but couldn't do anything with it. Taken away by DK. Here's Maharaj up the right wing. Back on the attack for the wings. Out front! Streaking to the front of the net that time was Ruthven. He just missed it. Oh, that would have been a beautiful play there. Flin Flon gets it back. Smith for Flin Flon to center. Ahead to Seitz. He fights off his check. Here's Seitz, a chance, and another quick shot, but all these shots coming from well out. Have they had a shot in tight on Mitchell in this game?
No, except the one that went off the crossbar.
And that was from out. That was outside the circle. Where that one went.
Leo Seitz has had a nice game so far. I like the way Leo plays the game. He's fast and tenacious on the puck. So you mentioned Bassell with a good hit, but the Bombers haven't thrown hardly any.
No, they haven't.
Attacks.
And yet they're trying to do something to slow them down, too, right?
Yeah.
Moldy against Leeds, face-off back inside the Weyburn zone. The Wings win another face-off here. They have a 2-0 lead just underway in the second period, looking for their 7th straight win. McNichol across the Bomber line. He gives way, throws it on target. Torget, the same rebound, came out front. The puck is bouncing. Spinning and firing is Moldy in. That one goes wide. Moldy does have the second Weyburn goal. He's got the puck again. Moldy back in the net. Comes back to Carmen left point. He lets her rip. That didn't miss by much, and there was a traffic from the Bomber net. Ulmer will poke it ahead to Ewan at center. Ewan trying to catch up with it. Knocked away by McNichol. Throws it back inside the Weyburn zone. The pass to Moldy out of his reach. And icing called against the Wings with 16:50 to go. Second period, a 2-0 Weyburn lead. Both the goals in the opening period again by Leo Grander and Moldy.
Really nice.
And Moldy almost had another one.
Yeah, real nice play by young Ulmer to get that, clear that puck out of the zone with some pressure by the Weyburn Red Wings.
Moldy goes back in to take the draw against Piccinino to the right of Daz and Mitchell. 2-0 Weyburn in front. Mitchell, not a lot of difficult saves so far in this game. Been steady, don't get me wrong, but Flin Flon has not got in tight at all. Here's Semp. The only Flin Flon Bomber in the top 20 in league scoring now. Boy, what a difference that is. Usually the Bombers have 5 or 6 guys, and not just the one this year. And that's Cohen Semp, who's had a tough time getting going since he had that 5-point game here last Friday against the Mustangs. Hasn't scored in his last 3, or hasn't picked up a point in his last 3 games. Puck set the length of the ice. Picked up here by Mounier. Mounier will move that one quickly to Semp, and he'll tap it back in. Grabbed in the corner that time by Bird. Bird pinned up along the boards here. Flin Flon worked it free, but the Wings are the ones that grab it. This is Schmidt up to Smith-Davis. Smith-Davis tried to get in there, and that's knocked away from him back in the goal. The blue line. Held in this time by Chakrabarty. Lepper back in the goal. A little bit more tight checking here in this second period. Puck squirted free. Wings have a chance off right. There's a chance that time. Courtesy of the Wings, and in alone that time. Legrandeur again. Step back for Flin Flon. He'll get it out. Off the boards, back down the ice. How big of a save was that by Torget?
It was a great save. Torget tracked that one beautifully.
Chakrabarty. Back to center ice. He'll stick handle across the Bomber line. He's got it. Chakrabarty hangs on. Throws that one out front. Looking for Legrandeur. Grabbed by Ringer instead, back of his own net. Flin Flon back on their heels again as Muka will take the pass up the middle. Off the skate that time of the wing defender and set back in the Flin Flon zone. Smith for Flin Flon will flip it back in the goal. That's Yakimchuk. Over to Cormier. Ahead to Ringer. Ringer, nice job to get the puck out. Falls down, but DK comes back to get it for the Wings. Back to LeBeau. LeBeau at center, knocked away here by Ringer for Flin Flon. Back to center ice. Here's Smith for Flin Flon. Smith trying to make something happen. He tried to get in there tight. Knocked away at the last second that time by LeBeau. LeBeau's backhander up the middle. Muka gets a glove on that. Knocked it down. He'll take off across the Weyburn line. Here's Muka. Looking for someone to give it to. Ryder Muka dropped it along the board. Picked up hard on target that time by Tanchuk. Tanchuk gets it again and he'll get a quick chance. And we got Martin tied up here in front with Ringer. Nice job that time by the 17-year-old Ryder Muka. Nice real heads-up play.
Yeah, he really made a nice J turn there, and but did you see where Ringer was? Right in the face of Dazza Mitchell, and that's what's got to happen.
14:27 to go second period. The shots are 17-14 Flin Flon. On the front line shot clock, but Legrandeur and Moldy have scored for the Wings. They lead it 2-0. And like we said, looking for their 7th straight victory Hottest team. If they're not the hottest team in the league, they're second. The Yorkton Terrors, who Flin Flon will see here on Tuesday. Doesn't get any easier for the Bombers. They'll be a formidable test as well. Here's Townshek trying to make something happen. Throws it out front. Net was empty that time, but nobody was there. Bassell trying to get something going. Held up back of the goal by LeBeau. So Wings at work it free. Off the boards. They're trying to step that one over to Gorman, but intercepted by Townshek. Back to Stitton. Stitton will poke it back in. Martin back to get it. Sights cutting in on him. Picked up back of the goal by Stitton. Puck was in his skates. He couldn't get to it. But here comes McIntyre for the Wings. Look out. That took a funny hop for the back. Came back. A good save that time by Torget, who couldn't have really played that one any better with that wild hop that he got back of the net. Puck inside the Flin Flon zone just comes out. Maharaj will grab it at center. He'll take a look. Here's a quick pass to DK. DK trying to get away from Mounier. He'll put him up along the boards. Mounier back around the boards. Ulmer poked it ahead to Stitton. He gets knocked down. And Ruthven has it on the wing side of center. Played that one back to DK. It's the big line here for the Weyburn Red Wings. DK poked away by Joey Lees. He'll get a hold of it and dump it in. Mitchell's going to wander out of the net. Waiting for it that time was Ewan, but he couldn't do much with it. There's a chance by Lees fired on target. Stick save made. Maharaj up the boards to DK. DK dropped that one back to Bird. Intercepted by Ewan. Gets it back over here to Ulmer. Oh, he tried to come out front. Looked like he had a guy open. It was Lees, but broke it up. Good defensive play again by Bird. Here come the Wings offside. And blown down with 12 and a half to go here. In the second period, it remains a 2-0 Weyburn lead, and Maharaj has taken a penalty. This might be an unsportsmanlike.
2 penalties.
Oh, they're going to go. Ewan's going to go too. So Ewan and Maharaj are out. That'll be 4-on-4 hockey. So it should be a little bit more room for these two teams to finagle out there. And again, the Flin Flon Bombers, Mike, they got to find a way to get a puck pass. They got to find a way to get a good scoring chance and capitalize on it.
Yeah, they've had a couple of shots, but they've been from the outside. And I did like how Ringer was playing there aggressively in front of the net, but they got to do more of that.
Face off outside the Flin Flon Bomber blue line, and Anthony Piccinino will take the draw here against Schmid. Carter Anderson, not a lot of room for him tonight either. No. He was fine all over the place yesterday, but the Wings have really done a nice job combating him. So Schmid against Piccinino, face off outside the Bomber blue line, a 2-0 Weyburn lead, 12.5 to go here in the second period. And off the face-off, it comes back quickly to the defenseman, Chakrabarty. He'll fire it in. Here's Schaefer for Flin Flon in the corner. He's knocked off the puck by Schmidt, but stolen again by Piccinino. Bounce pass there for Anderson. Can he catch up with it? Yes, he can. Good effort by Anderson there. Anderson along the boards has it. Carter Anderson tried to work out front for a shot. Can't get it away. Piccinino dumped in front of the net. Wings will grab it and move it outside the zone, partially broken up by Piccinino. Here's a pass to Anderson. He's across the line. Lets her rip. Good save again, Mitchell. Top of the blue paint, but again, a shot from the outside.
Yeah.
Nothing in tight.
Tough. He made Anderson a great play. That was a good shift by Carter Anderson, but they got to get in tight. They got to mess with the goalie a little tougher with 4-on-4, but Dazza Mitchell having a mask issue. He's got her fixed now, so away we go.
And he's got an interesting goaltender number 70.
Yeah.
That's a cool number. Face off once again to the right of Dazza Mitchell. Is Ryder Ringer back in there for Flin Flon against Legrander. Bombers win the face off. Yakimchuk hangs on to it. Yakimchuk along the boards, fights off a check. Here's Yakimchuk out of the corner. Back out front. Mitchell, there's a good save. As they're setting up something, he got his goal stick down, and Moldy takes off the other way. He's across the Bomber line, throws that out front. That bounces over top of the net. That was close. Torget had no idea where it was. Ringer back of the goal for Yakimchuk. Yakimchuk lost it to DK. DK from an off angle, off the shoulder that time at Torget. DK gets his own rebound. Puck rolls outside the line. Flin Flon trying to jump on top of it. Moldy comes over, takes a run at Lepper. Here's DK, loses the handle to Ringer, but he can't finish up. Ringer gets it in deep. Great aggressive forecheck here by Ringer. Ringer in the corner, trying to fight things off. Puck comes out front, grabbed by Moldy. He'll play it back to Carmen. Carmen's backhander to DK, back to Carmen. Off the boards, Carmen will bring it in. Rolled into the corner that time by Lepper, down to 11:05 to go in the second period. Puck rolls in front of the Bomber net. Torget not taking any chances. He'll jump on that and hang on. 10:59 to go. It remains a 2-0 Weyburn Red Wing lead. As the Bombers again offensively are struggling again tonight.
Yes, sir. Ryder Ringer having a nice game again, though. Really battling hard, making some plays. They just can't get in tight, like you said.
10:59 to play, second period. Joey Lees against Betson to the left of Torget, who's been good for Flin Flon tonight. Trying to keep his team in it. I don't think he can let in another goal tonight if Flin Flon's going to come back. He's going to have to be perfect the rest of the way. Schaefer trying to zigzag away from traffic. Back of the goal it goes. Picked up here by Tanchuk. He'll swing the pass to Semp. Semp tried to come back that time to Lees, but that was broken up by Carmen. Here's Bird. Back to Smith Davis. Across the line. He'll bring the puck inside the Flin Flon zone. Big hit there. There's a nice body check. Courtesy of Schaefer. Crunching the game material for the post-game show tonight. Wings hold it in. That's Oxelgren to the corner. Owen Semp tied up again. Smith, a nice body check on him. Oxelgren the blue line, fired that in the corner. Maharas tried to get over there. That puck is picked up and put back down the ice. Ewan can't knock it down. Now he gets it. As Oxelgren got kind of crossed up, held him up a little bit. Got some help here, and he's got the puck. It hits a skate. Vassell will knock it back to center. That's picked up, fired back in that time by Yakimchuk. Save made here by Mitchell. Flin Flon converging on the back of the goal. Sitting in there trying to dig the puck free. Mounier will pinch in as well. Mounier knocked to the ice. There's Vassell trying to get free. Seitz will go in there and get it for Flin Flon. Here's Vassell, back of the goal. Vassell hanging on to it, looking for somewhere to go. He'll drop it back in the corner this time for Seitz. Tied up there with Bird, got the stick up high at him, chipped him, but lucky didn't get a penalty. Mahara's back of the goal. He tries to come over. Good forecheck here by the Bombers, trying to get a goal. Scratch it away here, but the puck will come to their own blue line. Well, they get it back, but still, couple nifty moves. It rolls to the front of the Weyburn net, grabbed here by Smith Davis. That line just never gave up. There should be some inspiration for Flin Flon later tonight as the Wings ice the puck. How about the work of that young group?
That was the best.
That's their best effort tonight.
Yeah, the best pressure that the Bombers, sustained pressure that the Bombers have had. It started with Stinton and then Vassell making a nice play. What do we got going on here, Rob? Is it too many men?
I'm not sure. Somebody's jumping up behind the glass there.
Oh, we've got the timeout.
I'm not sure what's going on. Anyway, media timeout. We'll take a break. A 2-0 Weyburn lead. You're listening to Creighton Furniture Flin Flon Bomber Hockey here on 102.9 CFER and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Bailey Homes provides a ready-to-move home as you and your family. From their expertise in the planning, the quality of the build, to the care of the move, they allow you to take the stress out of home construction. Let Bailey Homes make your dream home a reality. Family-owned and operated with lots of experience building and moving homes to the north. Visit Bailey-Homes.ca or call 204-903-5220.
The only thing that could be better than enjoying familiar favorites at Chicken Chef is finding new ones. Enjoy their local fares menu with appetizers like the comforting tater skins or the tangy Thai popcorn shrimp. Bring your appetite for the barbecue smash burger with 2 ground beef patties, or try the Chicken Chef Classic Reuben and the Dilly Bird for the pickle lover in you. Have an adventurous palate or like what you always like at Chicken Chef, it always feels...
All right, go ahead.
Well, Parents Weekend, not much for the parents to cheer for tonight, but a great effort by that young Flin Flon line that was just out there, just absolutely tremendous by Leo Seitz, Wyatt Stinton, and Evan Vassell. That was something to watch. Boy, you talk about hard work. That was hard work.
Yeah, those guys, as I said, Leo Seitz has had a nice game, and Wyatt Stinton was flying on that, and of course Vassell with a couple of nice body checks and some pressure.
8:59 to go. Piccinino inside the wing zone, trying to push in the blue line. Great effort there. There's Yakimchuk a chance, and Mitchell zeroed in on that one, got the blocker up, and it'll redirect off that over the glass and out of play. Great effort that time by Piccinino. Flin Flon, as the period's moving on here, are really trying to dig deep here and hopefully can get rewarded for a goal and trying to, like I said, they got to try to get some momentum somehow.
Yeah, Anthony Piccinino was diving all over the place, made a nice diving pass back to Yakimchuk.
Face off back to the right of Daza Mitchell. 2-0 Weyburn. 8:50 to go, second period. And going in to take the draw here for the Wings is going to be McNichol. Bombers converge on it in the corner. Grabbed here by Carter Anderson quickly. Anderson very quiet in this game. To the blue line to Smith. Just holds it in. Back of the goal for Piccinino. Piccinino back out front to Semp. He's covered. Like I said, Weyburn's always got their guy. And DK will fire that one up the right side to Ruthven. So the big line for Weyburn is out there. Yakubchuk off the glass. Gets past LeBeau. LeBeau goes back to his blue line, spins and fires, throws it back across the bomber line, crossed up Yakubchuk a little bit, had to be careful. Had McNichol on him. Back of the goal, grabbed here by Smith. He'll lift that off the glass. That was a high stick, I think. Wide open out front! A chance for Ruth, but that looked like that was a high stick to me. Anyway, play continues, and a good save by Torget nonetheless. Piccinino back the other way, dropped it back for Anderson. Anderson in tight, one-hander off the side of the goal. Loose puck picked up by Semp. And he fires it right back into the maze of players. Anderson will get it, though. Back of the goal for Semp. Semp trying to make something happen. Pinned up along the boards that time by McIver. Semp trying to poke it back out front. Puck knocked down. Anderson can't get it off his skate, though. Rolls back to center. Grabbed by Schaefer. He'll send it in. Ringer back out there for Flin Flon. Hops up over his stick and comes back to center ice. Wings jump on it, and they'll bring it down the ice and throws it back to blue line. Carmen's got it. Nice pass out front. And a great opportunity there in the vicinity was Legrandeur. Cormier will poke it back to center. Cut off, though, and fired back in that time by Schmidt. There's Torget. He'll play it in the corner. Grabbed by Ringer. Ringer tried to come back to center. He does. Ryder Muka's got it. Here's Ryder Muka. Across the line. A long shot again. Stop. Puck is loose in front. Muka can't jam it in. Puck at the side of that. Mitchell, I think, kind of lost sight of it. But he finds it. There's a rare chance there where a long shot actually created a rebound.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, as I say, some of those long shots aren't a bad thing to do, but you got to have somebody there either screening the goalie or like that play.
Heads up play by Muka to race in there and get
Excellent play. And you know, being in front of the net, as I say, goal counts the same if it's pretty or not.
Mahara set for the face-off against Ringer. 6:57 to go, second period. A 2-0 Weyburn Red Wing lead. Cormier mixing it up on the other side here. And they had to get him back in his position. There's a shot from the blue line, kicked away by Mitchell. Rebound in front again. Ruthven will clear it back of the net. Goes off the glass. Back to center, picked up by Ruthven. A drop pass. Mahara's across the line. They're offside. And blown down again with 6:43 to go. See what's happening out of town tonight. LaRonge Humboldt still no score into the second period at the Elgar Peterson Arena. Broncos and Flin Flon next weekend. Yorkton a 3-2 lead on Melville after one. Lots of goals there. And the Melfort Mustangs a 3-0 lead on Nipawin in the second period tonight on McDonald's out-of-town scoreboard. I don't know. Called the Hawks victory, but they have a real tough time scoring goals too, and 3 might be enough for Melfort tonight, but we'll keep our eyes on that, especially at the Palace where they never give you much.
No.
Wings keep the puck inside the Flin Flon zone. Maharaj lost it along the boards. This is Ruthven. He throws the backhander, intercepted here by Ringer. Ringer trying to get set up. He'll flip this pass back over to Muka. Muka tried to come back that time to Cormier, but broke it up at center ice that time by Oxelgren. Oxelgren across the line, long shot, and Torget will reach out and grab that. Maharaj tries to cut to the front of the net, but Torget's got it, and he'll hang on with 6:05 to play. Shots, by the way, 24-17 for the Bombers here on the front line shot clock tonight.
A couple of series ago, Ruthven was left in front of the net. He was
but that one I thought was hit with a high stick before that.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they kind of quit on that play, Mike, because I think that was going to be whistled
down. It was a high stick, but he was standing there all by himself.
Torget made a good save on him.
He sure did.
Schmidt set for the face-off against Piccinino once again inside the Flin Flon zone to the right of the Bomber netminder. Torget, there's a shot for the blue line. Kicked up by Torget. Rebound! Fired over top of the net. I don't think he had any idea where it was.
No, he did not.
Yakubchuk back of the net. Will bounce it ahead to Carter Anderson. Taken away right away, but now Flin Flon gets it back to center. Piccinino up the middle. Here's Piccinino. Dropped it back. Step for chance. He just fired it wide. Anderson drilled it. Kicked away that time by Mitchell. That's as good a chance as Flin Flon's had in this game. Puck comes back to center. Yakimchuk will lift it ahead to Stinton. He'll dump it in. Mitchell out of his net in the corner. Grabbed here by
Tanchuk is hurt.
Here come the wings up the ice. Smith Davis. Tanchuk.
Sorry, that's Yakimchuk.
Schaefer back to break up this play inside his own zone. Wings hold it in, but knocked away this time by Smith. Here's a lead pass to Anderson. Anderson cuts in, and he ripped it nowhere near the net. Oh, he snake bit bad.
He's frustrated.
Schaefer back inside his own zone. That wasn't even close to hitting the net. Seitz will chip it back in. Knocked away by Carmen. Seitz a nice body check. Flin Flon has been a lot more physical here in this second period. Lead pass to Betson in the wings. Betson dropped it back to LeGrandeur. He ran out of room. Picked up here back of the goal by Schaefer. A bounce pass to Vassell. Vassell at his blue line. Sends it across the zone. Picked up here by Seitz. He'll hammer it in. Martin back to collect it. We got a penalty against the Wings here. Interference going to be called. And the Bombers will get another chance on the power play. Hoping they can do something this time. The first two have not gone very well. Interference to call against Moldy. And Flin Flon, they need a goal here with 4:42 to play in the second period.
This would be huge. Carter Anderson, a really nice play, and again, another long shot. It didn't go anywhere near the net, but I think he had some room to maybe move in a little closer, but he's on the ice, I'm not.
Flin Flon Bombers on the power play for the third time tonight. They're 0 for 2 in this game and are 1 for 9 in the two games. Maharaj short-handed down the far side, brings it in, makes a great move, throws it up front to DK. Bombers do get it back. Here's Lepper. Goaltender interference is actually the penalty. Ringer offside, at least they thought he was, but no, he'll bring it in. Wrapped it around the boards, took a funny hop, came right back out front, but right on the stick this time in the wings, Maharaj. Maharaj to center, across the Bomber line. He'll hang on to it, tried the toe drag, now he'll throw it back to center ice where it's grabbed here by Carmen. Feeds that back in the zone, grabbed here by Oxelgren. Oh, look out, took a funny hop, came right from the Bomber net. A minute 20 to go on the power play, and again, the Bombers cannot set up. They'll try again, Ringer down the wing. Back across the Weyburn line, sends it in deep for Anderson. Out front to Cormier. Cormier fanned on it. Lepper tried to keep it in. Bouncing puck. Just laying, but now turnover. Short-handed breakaway, Martin. Martin's got it. Martin in alone shoots. Big save by Torget. I'll tell you what, the 17-year-old from BC tonight's played fantastic. What a save that was. But if I'm Mike Reagan, I'm a little bit worried about my power play.
Yeah, there isn't a power play.
It is absolutely in shambles. Here comes Schaefer again across the line. His shot. And no problem that time for Daz and Mitchell, but I think they're trying too hard to make things happen.
Maybe, and let's give credit to the Weyburn Red Wings penalty kill.
Absolutely, yes.
They're really aggressive on the puck. They're not sitting back. They're forcing the Bombers and making it really tough for the Bombers to move it around. They're just not allowing it.
40 seconds to go in the power play. 3:22 in the period. Face-off in the wing zone. The left to Daz and Mitchell. 15-7 the shots for Flin Flon, but only really a couple have been in tight. There's Schaefer a chance. That one takes Lees down. He was in front of the net that time, but unfortunately for him, the puck hit him and took him down. And Mitchell didn't have to make the save. With the right idea there with Joey Lees in front, who really played well last night.
It didn't hit him in a favorable spot, Rob.
Nice, right back up. You're right. I think he took it kind of around on the inside part of the leg there. I think he grabbed it.
Yeah, he's still out there, though. Good for Joey.
33 seconds to go in the power play. They'll try again. Cormier, Seitz, Lees, Schaefer, and Tanchuk, the Bomber power play unit. They're down a pair of goals here with 3:15 to go. They win the faceoff. Here's Tanchuk from the blue line, deflected out front. Great chance that time by Seitz, but Mitchell got his left pad down on that. Great opportunity there. A great pass a great shot by Tanchuk from the blue line. He can't hold it in. He'll get a hold of it, throws it back in, catches the linesman with the puck. And the Wings, with just a dozen seconds remaining in the penalty kill, will get it down the ice. Torget. He stops it back of the net. Here's Tanchuk again. Back to center ice to Seitz. One last chance. He'll carry the puck in along the boards. Deep into Weyburn territory. Seitz back of the net. Off the boards to Tanchuk. Tanchuk to Seitz. Penalty is over. Seitz a chance. Fights off a check. Save made. Rebound cleared down the ice. It'll be an icing call. It should be.
They waved it off.
Wow. I think he maybe thought they were still killing the penalty.
Yeah.
McIntyre with the steal here on Schaefer. Flin Flon gets it back, but Bird quickly will take it away from him. Bird up to the middle, picked up by Betson, slapped back in, down to 2:08 to go in the second period. Wissell off the boards. Carmen knocked it down. He ripped out over top of the net. Tanchuk is absolutely gassed here again, Mike.
Yeah.
He can barely move. Oh, and wide open out front. The Wings almost come up again. There's a wrap-out attempt. They score. DK's got it. A couple real tired Bombers on the ice, and the Wings take advantage. DK with the wraparound back of the net. And it's a 3-0 Weyburn lead with less than 2 minutes to go. And boy, the Bombers in tough now. But a big, big goal from Weyburn, who remained opportunistic, and they took advantage of a couple of guys that were on the ice for way too long.
Absolutely. I mean, it's simple. If you're tired, get off.
It's tough, though, I guess, when they have the puck in your own zone,
but
though, right?
They had the chance beforehand, and or suck it up and work through it. But
that's DK's 5th of the year here. They get the announcement on the 3rd goal by Weyburn.
Yeah, that's a backbreaker. I'm not calling it yet, Rob, but boy, with a minute 50 or whatever it was left, they didn't want to have that one go in.
Mahara's got 1 assist. They did announce another one. We'll try and get it for you. But 3-0 Weyburn Red Wings, 1:43 to play in the second period. Bombers are really trying to come on, really trying to grab some momentum here, but the Wings just doing their jobs, and they'll take a 3-0 lead here. Here's Yakubchuk at the blue line. He'll hang on to it. In the corner for Piccinino. Back of the goal it goes. There's Ruthven for the Wings. Boy, the Whitney Forum really, really quiet now. I think they realize this is not the same Flin Flon team they've had the last few years. It's going to be tough to score goals this year, at least at this current time.
Lots of shots.
Oh, big body check there. Smith takes Ruthven down. Mark that down for the crunch of the game. What a body check that was. They're trying to get things going in other ways. Flin Flon offside, blown down with 1:09 remaining in the second period. Look out, Anderson's getting into it here now with somebody.
The Bombers are going to get frustrated.
Anderson's getting frustrated right now. He's really had for as good a player he is, he's had a hard time really getting going offensively. And he went in there, he was getting into it, I believe, with Smith Davis is the guy that he was hooked up with.
Rob, I can't, I'm just trying to think, has there been any really, really great scoring chances by the Flin Flon Bombers tonight?
Well, there was that redirection out front there moments ago.
Yeah. But
and then I think that when
and they hit the
Muka went to the net there and got his own rebound, but there haven't been many.
29 shots to 20 to score 3-0 for the guys who have 20 shots.
I think it's been a pretty easy night for Daz and Mitchell, if that's what you're asking.
That's what I'm asking.
Well, I would concur that it has been. Schmidt set for the face-off against Ringer outside the Weyburn blue line. 3-0 Weyburn in front, 1:05 to go. Here's Legrander chipping it back in. Smith back of the net. Couldn't pick up the puck. Wings have it. Bounce pass back to LeBeau. He'll drill it on target. Torget got it right pad on that. Puck picked up by Smith to lift it back down the ice. LeBeau will race after it. Muka on top of him. LeBeau back of the goal. Picked up here by Martin. Ahead to Legrander. Legrander, nice pass back to center ice. Here comes DK. DK tried to move it across the middle. Gets it back. A drop pass that time, but standing on it was Schmid. Legrander will get it back again for the Wings. They're cycling the puck nicely. LeBeau on the boards. Backhander back out front. Flin Flon standing around here. Muka in quicksand as that one comes throwing back out front. Legrander knocked it down, hit a leg out front. LeBeau a chance, and once again ripped over top of that. Boy, are they tired or they're just getting beat here on this ship? But they're just kind of standing around there as Weyburn was moving the puck around. Wings will dump it back in. There's Yakubchuk back of the net. Smith will pick it up, gets it back to Seitz, but couldn't knock it down cleanly. Carmen took it away, and that's going to do it for the end of the second period here tonight. And I think the Weyburn Red Wings are showing the Bombers why they've won 6 games in a row.
You know what? The Bombers had a good second half of the period until they scored that third goal, and then it looks like they just died to quit on, and we're standing around, like you say. Fortunately, the Red Wings didn't get another goal. So Bombers have to, you got to keep playing. You have to keep playing. And as I always say in golf, you have a bad hole, don't give up, keep going. You might get a birdie the next hole.
So it's a 3-0 Weyburn lead. The second intermission show coming right up here, courtesy of the North of 53 Consumers Co-op. I think the expression on Mike Reagan's face says it all. Not a happy camper and his team. A real uphill battle coming out here for the third period tonight. Wings in front, dominating the contest 3-0 here on 102.9 CFER and FlinFlonOnline.com.
You feed them, walk them, and love them. And at the end of the day, Creighton Furniture knows you wouldn't trade the fur-covered laundry for anything. Although you could upgrade your washer and dryer with Maytag's Pet Pro laundry system and say goodbye to relying on lint rollers to save the day. You can enjoy fur-free laundry in any style.
How many spots do you want me to play?
Maytag's front-load or top-load washer and their dryers, powered by electric or gas. Conquer pet hair like a pro with Maytag at Creighton Furniture and Appliance Center.
Frontline Sport and Leisure is celebrating its 25th anniversary, and they're blowing out their best. Like the 2023 Ranger full-size 570 at $14,500. That's $1,800 off. Make tough tasks easy in everyday comfort, providing you with a smooth ride through any terrain. And while you're at it, FXR gear is now on sale with winter jackets available for the whole family, keeping our community ready for adventure for 25 years. Frontline Sport and Leisure, Coronation Drive in Creighton. Stop by or call 688-3333.
It's the stomping and the whining that I struggle with. The crazy family home I have is perfect, but for the stomping and the whining. I'm sorry, son. We are watching Dad's big game and then our movie. You'll have to use the old TV in the basement for your games. No good? What do you mean no good? Okay. I'll see what we can get for you and your friends at Shane's. Great news. Shane's carries a variety of Skyworth Google TVs made with affordability and decent graphics in mind. Easy to use, pairs with your kids' tech, and you'll be happy with the price. Find Skyworth TV options at Shane's at the Echinike Mall and get rid of their stomping and your whining. Shane's. Watch, listen, play, connect.
The year-end model clear-out is happening now at Northland Ford, and the savings are huge. Save $8,000 on 2024 Ford F-150s, $4,000 on Escapes, and $5,000 on Bronco Sport. Or get financing as low as 0% on most 2024s. Plus, employee pricing continues on all Northland Ford pre-owned inventory. And Northland Ford's Scare Hunger program continues, accepting donations for the food bank. Northland Ford in Flin Flon. Great deals, amazing service, and always involved in the community.
All right.
And welcome back to Whitney Forum, the second intermission show for the North of 53 Consumers Co-op. A 2-0 Weyburn lead after one. They would add just the one goal in the second, but it's a big one late at 18:07. DK's second in as many nights. It's his fifth of the year. McIntyre and Maharaj, the assist on that one at 18:07. Shot 17-9 Flin Flon, but again, a lot of the perimeter shots a long way out, and not a lot of difficult saves for Daz and Mitchell. But yeah, he's doing. You know what? He's doing his job. So
absolutely.
Shots are 29-21 Flin Flon after two. The Bombers 0 for 3 on the power play, have not generated anything. Matter of fact, they gave up a shorthanded breakaway the last time they had a power play. And the Wings just taking care of business, Mike. Slept this. I don't know if you could play a better road game than what they played here tonight.
No, especially if you're up 3-0.
And just the way they've gone about it.
Yeah, no, and the Bombers have nothing tonight so far. You know, they really haven't. They have had shots. They're leading in the shots, but as you say, from the outside, it's okay to take those shots, but they have to be followed up, or at least have somebody in front of the net hoping for a rebound or screening the goalie, and that hasn't happened.
No, it hasn't. 3-0 Weyburn in front, full mark so far for a lead after 40. And when Weyburn leads after 2 periods of play this year, 6-1. When the Bombers trail after 2 periods of play this year, their record is 1-5. And it's going to be an uphill battle tonight. They got to score 3 times, but you never know. I think the key for Flin Flon, you got to try and get a goal in that first 5 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. And come out flying, come out hitting. If you make a mistake, at least you're skating and there's some effort in it. Sometimes these parents' nights can be tough. The guys are gripping the sticks maybe a little too tight. I don't know, and So, they do, and they have to come out physical.
Well, they've been trying to do that. There's a couple of really nice hits by Flin Flon in the second break. Their biggest problem, Mike, is their snake bit. They can't score.
No.
I mean, we're going back to the last 8 periods of hockey. They've got 2 goals.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're not going to beat anybody.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. You gotta score, and Torget has played really quite well.
He has, and he's bailed them out in a couple. It really could be 5 or 6 now.
I mean, that save on the Maraja breakaway was fantastic. So, it's not over, Rob. It's certainly not over, but it's a big hill to climb.
Well, like I said, I think if you can get a goal in the first 5 minutes and put some pressure on them and get some confidence, we'll see if they can turn it around.
Yeah, absolutely.
3-0 Weyburn leads it. More of the second intermission show. Special treat coming up tonight. Harvey Bolton, recently inducted into the Manitoba Hockey Hall of Fame. We had him on the Norman Sportsline program this past Tuesday. Been refereeing in Flin Flon and in the Norman area for over 50 years.
Wow.
Well deserving. Harvey had his whole family down there for the ceremony. It was a wonderful experience for him. He'll talk about that as we'll hear from Harvey. It's a replay of the Norman Sportsline program from Tuesday, and it's coming up next here on 102.9 CFER and FlinFlonOnline.com.
The only thing that could be better than enjoying familiar favorites at Chicken Chef?
Yeah, all right.
New ones. Enjoy their local fares menu with appetizers like the tater skins or the tangy Thai popcorn shrimp. Bring your appetite for the barbecue smash burger with 2 ground beef patties, or try the Chicken Chef Classic Reuben and the Dilly Bird for the pickle lover in you. Have an adventurous palate or like what you always like at Chicken Chef, it always feels like home.
Hud Bay is proud to be a sponsor of this Bomber broadcast. From donations for bursaries, hockey schools, clubs, community events, charities, and so much more, Hud Bay has supported our community with dedication and generosity, contributing to events and organizations. Hud Bay thanks the people of Flin Flon for their continued support.
And good afternoon. Welcome to our Norman Sportsline program today. Once again, brought to you courtesy of the gang down at Chicken Chef, and we're very excited about this week's guest, as we're going to be joined by none other than Harvey Bolton, longtime Flin Flon official who is now the latest inductee into the Manitoba Hockey Hall of Fame. The festivities took place a couple weekends back in Winnipeg. Harvey's with us now. Harvey, and I guess first and foremost, congratulations, boy. What a great achievement. Manitoba Hockey Hall of Fame. Not a lot of people can say that.
Thanks, Rob. I really appreciate that, and it was very exciting to be there and humbling to be inducted, and in particular to share that event with my family and some great close friends from the officiating program around the province, especially Todd Sims and his wife Sandy, who came down from Flin Flon. Todd and I have spent lots of time involved in the game together.
Well, I mean, the ceremony, like we said, just happened a couple weeks ago, but of course they announced this would have been several months back now. Let's go back to when it was first announced there, Harvey. Did you have any inkling that this was going to happen? Talk about when you first heard that you were, in fact, going into the Hall of Fame. Take me back to the process, how that all kind of started when you first heard.
I got a phone call, Rob, in May from Neil Ferrero, who's on the Manitoba Hockey Hall of Fame Selection Committee, informing me that I had been selected as a result of an application that had been put forward to the Hall on my behalf. So I had no idea. It was put forward by a couple friends from that I've met through hockey over the years, plus with the help of Flin Flon Minor Hockey and Todd Sims and my wife and kids who went through some of the old stuff and put things together and the things that I'd done over the years.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a remarkable accomplishment and well-deserved. You've been doing this now for over 50 years. Interesting, Harvey, I know it kind of all began for you. Refereeing games at the old Tom Thump rink back in 1972. That's the Whitney Forum basement. I remember that facility well. I actually started my power skating there, but I never had a chance to actually play a hockey game there. You ref them. Take me back to that particular time period when it all began for you.
You know, that the first year when I was 14 and 15 years old, doing games in that little figure skating rink in the basement, and at that time, there was no blue lines. There was just kind of a dotted center ice, and we played there. That's where I started playing hockey career, and then that's where I reffed my first games. And at that time, it was a big deal when you kind of graduated, moved up to go up to the big rink and do the Pee Wee and Bantam at that time games, and it was all the minor hockey in Flin Flon back then was played on Saturdays, and every Saturday go to the rink and ref 6 games in a row, and we would split the duties between being the referee and timekeeping, and that's where the first couple of seasons were spent. At that time, referees made $1 a game, and I remember after my first season having $100 and being able to buy a new set of Bauer Supreme skates. That was my earnings for the winter.
Well, talk about some great memories. Here's a question, Harvey. What made you decide you wanted to become a referee?
Back at that time when I was playing minor hockey and going to the Bomber games, I was watching my dad, who was reffing back then with guys like Alec Houston and Red Nelson, Mitro Lekapoy, and so I got to go and watch those guys reffing the Bomber games, and at that time, that was some of the best junior hockey played in Canada, with guys like Bobby Clark and Reggie Leach and Jerry Hart playing the games, and that's certainly where my interest began.
You mentioned your dad. Was he your biggest mentor, Harvey?
Between my dad reffing and Alex Houston, who I'm sure some of the folks from around town will still remember, but as far as my officiating career, yes, those guys definitely helped me out and got me interested in becoming involved.
Now, Harvey, you've not only been an official in Flin Flon, but you've really served the whole North for a long, long time. Referee-in-chief in Flin Flon, Dauphin, Thompson. You've looked after things right across the entire Norman region. Talk about refereeing now compared to when you started. How's it kind of come throughout these so many years?
The game has changed so much. It's so faster. There's a lot more pressure now on the young officials, and I've been fortunate as a result of my involvement with hockey here in Flin Flon to have been able to be involved on referee committees locally, regionally, and then at the provincial level at the with the Hockey Manitoba Officials Development Committee, and then the referee-in-chief for the branch for 5 years in the late 1990s and early 2000s.
Now, of course, you picked up this big provincial distinction, but not the first time you won a provincial award. Back in 2003, honored by Hockey Manitoba then with the Frank McKinnon Outstanding Volunteer Award. That's a pretty nice award to win, too, is it not?
It was amazing, especially having had the opportunity to work with Frank and get to know him and to receive an honor that has Frank's name on it was really quite incredible.
What do you remember about that? Did you have much of a, tell me when you first heard the news about that. What do you remember specifically about that award when you heard that you were going to receive it?
I received a phone call from Hockey Manitoba Peter Woods inviting me to the fall Hockey Manitoba meeting and received that award then. And Rob, just one quick thing, that was in 2023, not 2003. But yeah, and I've been going to the Hockey Manitoba meetings for many years and got to know Frank, especially through the time when I was involved supervising and mentoring officials in the Manitoba Junior Hockey League and through the playoffs and out-event cups between Manitoba and Saskatchewan in OCN. So yeah, to get an award with Frank's name on it was incredibly humbling for me and because of the people that have won that award before, just to know all of them.
Well, Frank, I mean, I don't know if for anybody out there that's ever met him, he's a pretty fabulous guy.
Really a great guy. He's a life member of Hockey Manitoba and Hockey Canada. So just being around Frank, I learned a lot. I really did. I had so much respect for Frank.
Yeah, just a true gentleman of the game. I know I had a chance to interview him many times throughout the years, especially when I was in Dauphin, and I really like Frank. A real tough guy not to like. He's just
that's right. Exactly.
Real great gentleman of hockey. Quickly, before we do wrap things up with you today here, Harvey, I mean, we talked about some of the people that mentored you. Has that been one of your favorite things throughout the years? I mean, 50-plus years refereeing and being involved with hockey is a long, long time. How much have you enjoyed mentoring the up-and-coming guys?
That is, for the last 20-plus years, what keeps me involved in the game. There's nothing like going to do a clinic in September with young officials and watching those officials progress up through the ranks and hopefully they achieve some of their goals, and I've seen those officials move up from their first clinic to officiating at the junior levels and going beyond that as well. So that's what has kept me involved in the game now, and I'm looking forward to the next couple weeks here. We're going to have referee clinics around the Norman region here in Flin Flon and in the PAW, and I just can't wait to get to go to those clinics and meet and see some of the new officials who are coming to learn about being a part of the Team Stripes family.
Quickly, one final question, Harvey, before we wrap it up. What's the best advice you could give to an aspiring young official today?
You know what? Go work hard, learn the rule book, and go and watch.
Alrighty, 1 minute.
Enjoy working with older officials and learn from them. It's something that you can do at different levels. Obviously, for 50-plus years, maintaining involvement in the game and meet new people all the time and great friendships and memories and experiences, and I've been fortunate to really have had that. And all that, we have a very special organization here in Flin Flon. The Whitney Forum is a very special and well-respected building to get to work in. It's known around the country, and I really feel lucky to have had that opportunity.
Harvey, well said. Again, thank you so much for joining us today. Congratulations, one of the latest recipients of the Manitoba Hockey Hall of Fame. Enjoyed, Harvey. Certainly a great moment for you, well-deserved. And again, I can't thank you enough for joining us here today.
Thank you, and look forward to seeing yourself and everybody else around the rink this upcoming.
Alrighty.
See, kind of echoing the comments that you and I talked about earlier about the Whitney Forum, even referees in love with this building.
The game needs more Harvey Voltons to mentor these young referees, because it's a thankless job, and I don't know why anybody would want to do it, but we need
he
more
learned from the best, like he said, his dad. So.
Yeah, they need
Anyway,
more.
Harvey, again, congratulations. Manitoba Hockey Hall of Fame, that's absolutely wonderful, and again, well-deserved, and just a great gentleman period. Great to catch up with him as we're just underway in the third period. A Weyburn Red Wing 3-0 lead. Seem to have things in control, but we still have a full period to go. And again, I think the big thing for Flin Flon, try and get a goal early, and they get a good shot right off the hop. Anderson, I think that's his first official shot on net, actually, as that goes off the glove of Mitchell. He's had chances, but I don't think he's really hit the target tonight, Mike. I think that's his first shot.
We had one in the second there, Rob.
Did he hit the net, though?
Yeah, right in the gut of, but not many. It's one or two for sure.
Let's take a look at the McDonald's out-of-town scoreboard. The SJHL here tonight got quite the game going on between the Ice Wolves and the Humboldt Broncos. It's scoreless now in the third period. Logan Falk and Brady Holtford are the two goaltenders, 23 saves apiece. Yorkton a 3-2 lead on Melville, that one late in the second. And it is in the other game tonight, the Melfort Mustangs in front of the Nipwood Hawks by a score of 4-1. Four different goal scorers in that one. Binner, Cox, and Thornton all have their third of the year, and Roberts has come back with his second, so Melfort a big lead on the Nipwood Hawks late in the second period. 3-0 Weyburn leads, and here we'll get to NHL stuff another score later. Here's Cormier with a steal. He gets it and rips it over top of the net. And I think that's the game plan for Flin Flon. Sure, they know they got to get a goal here quickly to try to get back in this game. And like I said, try and grab a little bit of momentum. Schmidt will fire it in. Torget will stop that back of the goal, and he'll quickly dispose of it. Torget gets knocked down. That's a second goaltender interference penalty coming up. He's not happy about it. But there is going to be a penalty here. I'd love to see the replay on this because I think it was not intentional. He must have just got
tangled up.
But here's a chance for Flin Flon to get on the power play. Goaltender interference penalty being handed out to Smith Davis. Smith Davis is saying he's hit it in the goalie. It's his argument. Flin Flon's fourth power play of the game. Don Peak will be our Pepsi power play contestant this time around. Gets his products at Eddie's Family Foods. So good luck to Don Peak. We'll see if he can score on the power play. And if he can, he'll get a 12-pack of Pepsi, courtesy of Arctic Beverages, your local dealer of Pepsi Cola in northern Manitoba and Saskatchewan. Ringer set for the face-off here against Moldy. Fourth power play tonight. Here's Ringer. Hangs on and gets knocked to the ice. The puck goes over top of the net, picked up and fired down the ice that time by Maharaj. Oh, Kenny Morcourt's come out to play the third period here, Mike Slip.
He sure has, yeah.
Kenny Morcourt between the pipes. Here's Ringer down the wing. Throws it back to Lepper. He'll rip it around the boards. Picked up here by Anderson. Semp back of the net. Back out front to Anderson. Can't shoot it. Gets it back out front to Ringer. This power play looking already a lot better. Anderson, a quick chance. Knuckleball, that got blocked, but at least they're setting up. They haven't done this at all in the first three power plays tonight. Here's Anderson again. Fired on target. There's a good save by Daz and Mitchell. Now they're getting the goalie to do a little bit of work. That was a nice one-timer there by Anderson right off his stick.
Target, I thought, played well. I
thought he did, too.
I wonder if they put Kenny in because it's Parents' Weekend. It's 3-0. And I don't think Mr. Target's family is here.
No, they're not.
And Kenny's family traveled quite a distance to see him. I don't know if that's the reason. It's just a theory.
Maybe just to spark the team.
And that could be it too. Then not a bad idea.
DK against Cormier. Flin Flon on the face-off. Back to blue line again. There's a shot by Tanchik that gets blocked. And boy, the Wings. We mentioned a lot of things they've done well tonight. How about all the shots that they blocked in this game? That was a good shot by Tanchik, but never made it through the goaltender. Schaefer, his side of center, tried to feed it back to Cormier. Picked up, fired back down the ice. Tanchuk there to get it. Back of that, DK on top of him. 48 seconds to go in the power play. Here's a quick pass up to Seitz's skates. Dropped it back to Lees. Lees from his off wing, a chance, and another shot block again. That time it hit Bird's stick. It went off from the glass and out of play. So again, anytime the Bombers getting late, they can't get those shots through.
No, and again in that rush and that power play, they got held up at the blue line. They're coming right back with the Piccinino, Semp, and Anderson line here. Ringer, sorry.
Ringer against Moldy, faces off to the right of the goaltender, Daz and Mitchell. Shots already 2-0 Flin Flon here the first couple minutes in. Lepper's got it. Dish that off to Ringer. Back out front. There's a nice pass, but Piccinino checked right away. Maharaj will get to it, and they'll flip it right back down the ice, and Lepper will go back to get it. Had to be careful. Had Moldy on top of him. Ringer's got it at center. Quick pass to Anderson in full flight across the Weyburn line. Stop, shoots it. Mitchell got his pad on that. I think Mitchell's already made more saves point blank in this period than he had in the first two periods combined. Piccinino out front, just ripped that one wide. Ringer again in the corner, tried to come back out front. Ringer will knock it down. Had a guy open out front. He'll knock it down. Ringer back out front. Piccinino! Off a stick over top of the net. That time, Oxelgren blocked it. Lepper holds it in. Ringer out front. Piccinino! Whiffed on that one, and another power play is gone. The Bombers 0 for 4 with the extra attacker, although that time they did set up. Ringer in particular having a pretty good shift out here, doing everything he can to try and get them on the board. Flin Flon try to work it free. There's Semp back of the net. Owen Semp. Left it there. Ringer will get it back. Ringer slides the pass to Piccinino. Piccinino back out front to Anderson. Blue line for Lepper. Lepper's got it. Shoots it. Saved here by Mitchell. And he'll grab the rebound and hang on. 31-21 the shot for Flin Flon, but again, the puck just does not want to go in.
No, but a great start to this third period. The Bombers set up on that power play, and they continued the pressure into the after the power play. Some great shots. Ringer playing, I think, a great game tonight, although, you know...
I don't know if anybody works harder than he does.
No, and he seems to come up with the puck. It's bouncing. He's able to control it. A real good find for the Flin Flon Bombers.
Carman kind of whipped on it back of his own net. Stitt will get a hold of it. Stitt in the corner, picked up hard along the boards. Puck is laying there. Grabbed here by the Wings, who start away off the glass. And they'll dump that back in the Flin Flon zone. It'll be interesting to see what Weyburn does here in the third, if they just try and kind of sit back and play defense here with the 3-0 lead.
I think that's
or if
an
they
offside.
continue to keep coming at him. It'll be interesting to see what type of game plan that Cody Mapes is going to try and do here in the third period.
Must have been an ice. I don't know.
15:25 to go. Lots of NHL games tonight. We'll get to those our next stoppage of play. Ewan, Stinton, and Bassell go to work. Yakinchuk and Smith are the defenseman. The face-off back inside the Weyburn zone to the left of Dazza Mitchell. And off the draw. Wings win the face-off. That's Legrander in the corner. Lost it to Ewan. Ewan tried to come back out front. Blocked by Carman. Carman plays it ahead. Wings will get it out. We got a Wing hurt him behind the play here. Must have got hit with a high stick. Is making his way to the ice there. Looks like it's number 20, Carman, the defenseman. And there's a penalty coming up as Mitchell will make his way to the box for the extra attacker. So a high sticking penalty against somebody. Carman's still down on the bench. He's not happy at all. I didn't see, though. We'll see. Maybe we'll get the look on the replay here. No, he won't. 15-13 to go, but it...
I think on the back check, a stick come... Oh, it's
no,
the
it's interference is the call.
That Evan
Ewan's going to go.
Ewan.
Stick might have came up and hit him after the interference play, I guess. Just the second power play of the game for Weyburn. And their power play is ranked
Mike Reagan just
8th in the league at 19.6%.
Not happy.
I didn't see the play, so I can't comment on it.
I didn't either.
I just saw that Carman skate to the bench holding his face. I thought he took a high stick. Anyway, the Wings are on the power play. It's their second power play of the game, like we mentioned. Chance at butt whipping on it that time was Smith Davis. Back the blue line. Fired in the glove that time by Chakrabarty.
Kenny Marquardt not happy. He took a shot at Smith Davis there and just threw the puck at him. Kenny, as I say, nicest guy you ever met until he gets on the ice. And
he got into a little bit of a tussle there last night.
He plays with a bit of an edge.
1:47 to play on the power play. Exactly 15 minutes in the hockey game. Smith Davis set for the face-off here. To left of Kenny Marquardt as he lines up here against Ryder Ringer. Ringer wins the draw. Around the boards for Joey Lees. He'll chop it out. And grabbed here by Chakrabarty inside his own zone blue line. He'll flip the pass back to Maharaj. Maharaj to center. He's got some room. Look out. Maharaj steps across the line. He falls down. Bombers try to pin it up along the boards. Yakimchuk in there trying to get a stick on it. Puck dug free here. Yakimchuk, nice job. Around the boards it goes, and he'll get it out. You know, Yakimchuk, been a tough night for Flin Flon all the way around, but he's played well. Flin Flon looking for the steal. Puck sent back down inside the Flin Flon zone. Chakrabarty is after it. That was the puck to the blue line, nobody home. Dazza Mitchell comes out to get it. He'll play it around the boards. That's grabbed here by DK. DK will move it ahead. Dropped it back the line. Grabbed here by Mounier, and he shot around the boards. It came right back to him. He'll get it a second time, and he doesn't hesitate to fire it back down the ice. Wings pick up the puck once again in their own zone. 28 seconds to go in the power play. Drop back to center ice. Legrander, one of the 3 goals tonight. He gets decked as he crosses the line.
went up into the Bomber box. You mentioned Pierce Yakimchuk. He really came into his own in the playoffs.
He just looks more comfortable every game he plays.
And that's exactly what happened. He got some ice time in the playoffs last season, and he played great, and he hasn't looked back. He's a big, strong kid, and that's exactly what the Bombers need on that blue line, is somebody like Pierce Yakimchuk.
Mahamra's digging in for the face-off here against Cormier. Now we got another penalty coming up. I think a slashing call going to be called here. It's going to go against the Wings. So it's going to be Legrander taking a slashing penalty. So it'll be 4 on 4 here for 15 seconds. And the Bombers,
they need something
get
here.
Their 5th power play of the night might slip.
Yeah, they need something here.
Reese Atnewer is our next Pepsi power play contestant. Reese gets his products at the co-op. Good luck to him. And again, it's the Flin Flon Bombers scoring the power play. Reese will win a 12-pack of Pepsi, courtesy of Arctic Beverages, your local dealer of Pepsi Cola in northern Manitoba and Saskatchewan. Ringer wins the draw. Leopard swings that pass over to Anderson. Anderson hangs on. Boy, if Flin Flon could score here in 10 seconds, that'd be great, because then he could still get the power play. Picked up here by Ringer. Knocked to the ice. Picked up by Smith Davis, and he'll shuffle it inside the zone. Picked up and fired down the ice that time by LeBeau. And Flin Flon now officially on the power play. Smith Davis, though, knocked out on top of the puck. Killing some time, and Semp will come over and grab it. Here comes Cohen Semp. He lost the handle, but Anderson there to grab it from him. Anderson across the line, drops it back to Semp, and he got in a good position, knocked it out. Here's Piccinino, a chance. That got blocked. Ringer will hold it in. Back to Lepper. Left side, Anderson, and he fanned on that. Intercepted by Moldy. Down the ice it goes. 1:10 to go in the power play. 12.5 to go in the hockey game. 3-0 Weyburn Red Wings. Here's Ringer to Anderson. Tried to come back. Intercepted by Schmidt. And he'll get a hold of it and flip it back down inside the Flin Flon zone. 54 seconds to go. And this power play having a tough time getting going again. Weyburn gets those guys up in the neutral zone. They have a hard time getting across the line. They'll get it in this time. Semp at the blue line. Back to Lepper. Feeds it across to Schaefer. His quick chance. Bouncing puck out front. Piccinino. It'll go off of Cohen Semp and in the net. It's a power play goal for the Flin Flon Bombers to get back in it. With 12:06 to go, Piccinino off the chest of Cohen Semp. And Semp, who's having a fantastic season, his sophomore year for the Bombers, will score. And for Cohen Semp, that's his team-leading 6th of the year. Might not be the prettiest goal he'll get, but he'll take it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting who gets the assists on this one.
I told you, Piccinino shot it right off him.
Yeah, but there are some great passes before that, Rob. I just saw the replay. We'll have to listen. Try to listen.
Cohen Semp gets his 6th of the year. It's a power play goal. Flin Flon on the board at 3-1. Boy, that third goal by Weyburn now in the second period is huge.
Yeah, absolutely.
So here comes the announcement on the goal. Cohen Semp's team-leading 6th of the year. Flin Flon right back in there trying to get a hold of it. Stitton lost the handle. Here comes Mahavras back the other way to center. Mahavras down the wing, throws it back out front. Puck is bouncing. Look out, a high stick here. Schaefer's down. Play continues up the ice. Seitz will get a hold of it. Did you get the assist on that?
Just Piccinino.
Okay. And that's fitting because, like I said, he shot it off him and then kind of hit his chest and went in.
Yep.
11.5 to go. Schaefer took a bit of a high stick here. But Flin Flon, most importantly, have got a goal and they're on the board with still 11.5 minutes to go.
Fans not happy.
Well, honest mistake. I mean, he just...
Yeah.
Face off back inside the Flin Flon zone. Bassell, Stinton, Seitz, the group for Flin Flon, Yakimchuk, and Smith on the back end. Here's Yakimchuk. Through traffic. Oh, there's a chance. Puck laying there. Oh, Mitchell. Leg on top. Wyatt Stinton was a half a stick length away from making this a one-goal hockey game. Boy, was he in a good position there.
And a nice play by Pierce Yakimchuk to get that on net. It wasn't a hard shot at all, but
he's playing well.
Yeah, he had Wyatt Stinton there, and then that's exactly what we're talking about. It's okay to take those long shots, but you got to have somebody there to put in the garbage.
Not only is that goal big for Flin Flon momentum-wise, but it's got the crowd back in it.
Yes, it does.
Stinton lining up for the face-off here inside the wing zone. Weyburn will win this one. They'll rim it around the boards. Legrander tried to catch up with the center. Boy, Smith, a big body check there as he hits Smith-Davis. Turnover back. And then here's a chance. Bassell, that one I think hit the goal post. Puck cleared to center. I think Bassell hit the post. Yakimchuk will fire it right back in. Bassell, like a bull in a china shop, goes flying in there again. He's a fun player to watch. Puck off the board, set back in Flin Flon territory. Legrander after trying to get a stick on it. No question about it. This goal has got Flin Flon fired up. Puck laying on the back of the Bomber net, though they try to move it free. Here's Ulmer. Ahead to Joey Lees. Lees to center. Will stick Cannell and throw it right back in. Racing after it. Ulmer up backhander on target to save. Puck loose in front of Mitchell. He can't find it. What an effort by Ulmer. Boy, that was close again. Flin Flon really starting to get the charge going. Tanchik at center. Plays that one back to Lepper. Hard off the boards for Lees. Should have been an icing call. Dazza Mitchell had his stick up high. I don't think it hit anybody, but I guess the lines have thought differently. Lees knocked to the ice. Puck grabbed here by Bird. Played it ahead to center ice. Here's McIntyre back across the Bomber line. His hard shot off of Moorcourt's blocker and over top of the net. I thought he kind of lost sight of it. Puck laying back of the net. Grabbed here by Betson, the Weyburn captain. He'll throw it back down low. McIntyre has it. Trying to spin away here. Held in here by McIntyre. Out-muscled along the boards that time by Lepper, and he'll try to feed that one ahead to Ulmer. He's been out there a long time. LeBeau grabs it at the Weyburn blue line. Sent back in that time by Gorman. Waiting for it. Luke Lepper back of the net. Here's Piccinino. Expect to see a lot of 21 here in the final 9.5 minutes of the game. Here's the pass to Semp, the goal scorer. Back to Piccinino. Back to Semp down the right side. He'll dump it in. Anderson races after it in the corner. Puck grabbed here by McKay. Or DK, pardon me. DK back the other way. Got it in deep. DK has it. Throws it out front. Maharaj lets it go to the blue line. Chance ripped over top of that. There was a hard shot that time. Just missed by Oxelgren. Puck off of Moorcourt's glove. Maharaj back of the net. He'll pick it up. Maharaj in the corner. There's Smith for Flin Flon. He's manned a lot of minutes on the blue line tonight. Over to Yakimchuk. Ahead to Semp. Cohen Semp. Fights off a couple of checks. Made a couple of nifty moves there. Fed it back to Anderson. Anderson across the line. Shoots it. That got blocked. He got it back again. And every time the Weyburn Red Wings block a shot, that bench just, they're very vocal.
Yeah, and they've done a great job of blocking shots tonight, Rob. Bomber's playing a great period here.
Well, this period's going by quickly. 8:45 remaining. I think we got our media time
already.
We'll take a break. Bombers on the board. A big power play goal by Cohen Semp. Can they mount the comeback? We'll find out here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Hi, I'm Tom Jess, and this is Smart Stuff for Your Brain.
Alrighty.
Ever been hungry? We've come up with a way to solve that. We'll find out after this.
Brought to you by KFC and the famous chicken sandwich. And a lunch choice so obvious, it could be on the Tom Jess Show.
Experts say the famous chicken sandwich from KFC will help with any hunger, especially for lunch. And it's so good. I'm Tom Jess, and this has been Smart Stuff for Your Brain. The North of 53 Co-op salutes the growers of the products you see every day. And you can thank them by enjoying the high-quality items that they provide to the co-op. Raised, grown, and produced by family operators across Western Canada, so your family can get access to the freshness that you value so much. From their farms to our tables, you can see it and taste it for yourself. At the North of 53 Co-op, you're at home there.
All right.
And I should mention Reese Atnew, a big Pepsi Power Play winner. Mike Slip will deliver that personally.
Yep.
You got time in your day.
Sure, I'd love to go see Reese.
Well, there you go.
Want to just say a quick hello to Kai Ellison, who I know is watching, and also Keith Gruner. We need you guys back. Get better soon.
Face off inside the wing zone. Flin Flon on the board. They've got a goal. They're down 3-1. 8.5 to go. Wings with the steal. They'll move that one ahead quickly to Smith-Davis at center, and he'll flip the puck back down inside the Flin Flon zone. Schaefer there around the boards. Legrander. He knocked it down momentarily. Did keep the puck in. Here's Ringer for Flin Flon. Trying to play it ahead. Grab here by Schmidt. Hit center. Fired it back in. Knocked down by Townchuk. Got it back to Schaefer. Townchuk back of the goal. Being covered here by a couple of guys. They'll try to pin it up here in the corner. Try to kick it free. Wings a nice job to knock it down. Flin Flon gets it back. Ringer. Back to Cormier. Cormier will feed that one out. Look out. I thought that Muka might get another breakaway there, but broke it up nicely by Carmen at center. They'll send it in on goal. Marcourt the save. Here's Schaefer's quick pass to center. Cormier will dump it in. Rolls to the front of the net. Daz and Mitchell can't find it. LeBeau leaves it back to the net. And here comes the Wings outside the zone on the attack back to center. Maharaj to center. To DK. Out front, but not enough time. Kenny Marcourt will slide out and grab that one. I think the Weyburn player might have snowed Kenny Marcourt, and that's why you got Carter Anderson in there, as he's getting into it here with the Weyburn D-man, LeBeau.
Kenny, I think, was having words with the Weyburn team.
They snowed him.
No, not now there, but last night as they were leaving the ice, I think they were jawing each other. Kenny, as you mentioned earlier, Kenny had a bit of a run-in with somebody last night.
We got a goal at the Elgar Peterson Arena. The Humboldt Broncos have finally scored a 1-0 lead on the Laurent Ice Wolves. That one with just under 9 minutes to go. Boris Kaufman has got his 4th year. It's a power play marker, so Humboldt has finally got a goal in that game, leading the Ice Wolves 1-0 in the third. Melville in front of Yorkton now 4-3 after 2. And Melfort's a 5-1 lead on the Nipwood Hawks in the third period. The 3 other games in the SJHL tonight on our McDonald's out-of-town scoreboard. Why we have a delay here?
They got the wrong time up on the clock.
They got 19 minutes up there. Yeah, that's not accurate.
It's been there for a while.
I think it's 8:40. No, how much time is left? 7 minutes.
7:10.
7:10.
Yeah.
So there we go. Face up back inside the Flin Flon zone. 3-1. The Bombers finally on the board. Got a goal here by Cohen Semp on the power play. Maharaj to take the face-off against Piccinino inside the Flin Flon zone to the left of the goaltender Kenny Marcourt, who didn't start tonight. The young goaltender Jake Torgett came in, I thought played well.
Yeah, I did too.
Marcourt in relief here in the third. Piccinino back across the line. Maharaj got that one back to Martin. Martin in the corner. There's Anderson after it. Anderson throws it out front, and Daz Mitchell quick to jump on that. Boy, Flin Flon, I guess you're kind of saying to yourself, why didn't you do this the first 2 minutes with the...
they're crashing the net.
And they're really playing with a lot of determination here.
Yeah.
And really going at the net well. And that's what led to the goal.
Yeah, and when they've had the power play here, they've been able to set up a little bit, where before they didn't.
But like you said earlier, Mike, you also got to credit that Weyburn penalty kill.
Absolutely. Just fantastic. They were pressured them so aggressively that they just couldn't set up.
DK set for the face-off against Cohen Semp. It's a big one to the left of Daz Mitchell. Weyburn in front 3-1. It's 2-0 after 1, 3-0 after 2. The Bombers a power play goal to get back in the game here in the third, but the Wings looking to answer. DK quickly across the line. He'll hang on to it. Fed it back. Look out! Oh, just held in that time by Chakrabarty. I thought Anderson was going to get a breakaway. DK circling inside the Bomber zone. Back to Chakrabarty. Good save there, Kenny Marcourt. And you got Schaefer mixing it up back to the net as he's getting into it here.
Schaefer wants to ski. He should be just skate away.
Getting into it there, back of the goal.
Boy, here's your favorite song, YMCA, Rob.
Ruthven, apparently Donald Trump's favorite song.
Yeah.
Was he dancing like a half hour on TV or something? I wonder what the Village people think of that. If any of them are still alive, I don't know.
I don't know.
Moldy set for the face-off against Carter Anderson to the left of the goaltender, Kenny Marcourt. Bombers win the draw. They'll get it out quickly. Oh, there was a nice opportunity there for Ringer. He missed the pass. I think he's looking down the ice too much.
Maybe
that was a great pass nonetheless.
It's like a receiver looking before he caught it. It might have jumped over his stick too, but yeah, that was a great pass.
6:22 to play third period. The the frontline shot clock is 37-26 Flin Flon. But only, funny, it's only 8-5 here in the third, but this has been by far Flin Flon's best period.
And with better chances.
Yeah, out of those 8, I think most of them have been in tight. Bombers will try the alley-oop again. Ringer behind the D, tried to catch up with it. Raced in there. Carmen tied him up nicely in the corner. The Wings will move it out. Betson gets it to center, cut off by Smith. He'll hammer it back in. Boy, if Flin Flon could get one here the next minute or so, they can make it really, really interesting tonight. Puck bounces to center ice. Picked up by Cormier. He'll fire it in. Bird there to get it. Around the boards it goes to the line. Held in by Smith. The shot. Blockered away that time by Mitchell. Here's Ringer. Betson blocked it. Now he'll chip it out. Ringer feeds it back to Smith. And then Lees will tap it back in, go off for a change. Mitchell will stop it back, and the goal picked up here by Carman. Carman's got it. Quick pass. McIntyre will redirect that back in the Flin Flon zone. Roll to the side of the Bomber net. Marquardt will play it. Here comes Stitton back to center. He'll send it in. Mitchell taking no chances. He'll jump on that. And if you noticed Daz and Mitchell's style tonight, a lot of goalies now are almost like that third defenseman. You'll see him pounce the puck more often than him trying to play it.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely tonight. I thought Torget did similar, although he came out of the net a few times and made some passes. But, yeah, you're right, absolutely right. I haven't seen him roam hardly at all, if at all.
A couple times, but for the most part, he's quite happy pouncing on the puck.
Stay-at-home goaltender.
5:20 to play in the third period. Piccinino set for the face-off here. Against the wing, Schmidt deep in Weyburn territory, the right of Daz and Mitchell. Cohen stepped back in the net. He's got the goal tonight for Flin Flon. Team leading 6th of the year. Piccinino in the corner to the blue line. Just held in by Lepper. Feeds it back to Meunier. His shot off a step wide. A lot of traffic in front of that Weyburn net. Picked up here by Anderson. Again, oh, there's an off-angle shot. That didn't miss by much. Smith-Davis. He'll alley-oop it to center. Lepper knocked it down. Back to the attack. Here come the Bombers. Piccinino tried to stretch that pass, but they got broken up. Piccinino knocked it down, kept it in the corner. Tanchuk at the blue line. His shot blocked in front. Piccinino! And Mitchell will hold on, and Anderson knocked on top of the goaltender. But boy, Flin Flon, I like the sense of urgency here in the third period. Hopefully it's not too late.
And hopefully, the boys are learning a lesson,
Well, again, though, I mean, you could talk about their play, but there's also a team trying to stop you. Yeah. Weyburn played a pretty good opening.
No, absolutely, but they are getting people in front of the net, and they're playing far more aggressive than they have. I mean, You're right, that and Weyburn maybe sitting on the lead a little bit.
Well, I think they're back on their heels now. I think that goal really got the Bombers going. Ringer set for the face-off against Maharaj, and again, if they can get another one here. Off the draw, Schaefer, a chance save! There's a chance there for Nees, and he fired it wide, Maharaj. Can't clear it out. He'll get a second chance. He does get it out this time. We'll have to keep our eyes on the Bomber net. Mike Reagan might elect to get him out really early tonight with the amount of pressure that they've had. He's got to score twice here in the final 4:17. DK out front to the blue line. Knocked down. There's a chance by Oxenden. Rebound. Marquardt on top of that. And I'll say nothing else. Even if the Flin Flon Bombers do drop this game here tonight, pretty good weekend for Kenny Marquardt. It looks like he might have his mojo back.
Yeah, he we talked about how Kenny was coming out of the blue last night. Exactly what he did there. Just not giving him anywhere to shoot.
Face-off once again in the Bomber zone to the right of Kenny Marquardt. 3-1 Weyburn leads it. 4:11 to play, third period. 39-28 the shots here for the Bombers on the front line shot clock. Trying to avoid their third straight loss. Weyburn looking for a 7th straight win. Cormier into the corner. Back to the blue line. Knocked down by Smith on target. Boy, big rebound there. But over the glass and out of play with 3:53 to go in the third period.
Wiley Smith played a nice game too, I think,
Yeah, I think he's been pretty steady.
Yeah, and a big hit.
Face-off back inside the wing zone. The right of Daz and Mitchell has had to be a lot more lively here in the third period. Ringer to take the face-off here against Schmidt. They lined up so often in the face-off circles last night. They're back at her again tonight. Bombers, he gets away from Yakimchuk. Going to come back again at center. He'll send it in. Knocked down here by Schmidt. He'll dump it the length of the ice. Yakimchuk in there, back of the net. Here's Smith. Ringer can't grab it. Knocked down instead here by Ruthven. Back to Bird. He'll rip that over top of the net. Schmidt will race after it. Keeps it deep inside the Flin Flon zone. Around the far side, nobody there. Cormier intercepts for Flin Flon. And he'll play it ahead. Leaves. He'll slap it in there offside, or at least I thought they were, but no, he'll go right back in there after it. Wings lifted ahead. They'll bounce it back across the Flin Flon line. 3:12 to go. We'll keep our eye on Kenny Morcourt in the Bomber net. Kanchuk forced back to the net. Smith Davis on top of him. He'll give way to Carter Anderson. He'll pick up the puck and he'll take off. Here comes Anderson quickly outside his own zone to center. Anderson barreling down the left side to Lepper. His quick chance. That got blocked. Morcourt still in there. They throw it out front. Wings can't clear. Here's Lepper. Back out front. Kanchuk a chance and a good save there. Rebound out front. The puck is bouncing and fired down the ice. Another great chance for Flin Flon with 2:39 to go. Mike slipped.
Is Mike Reagan going to call a timeout? I don't think so.
I'm looking for him to get the goalie out, though. Boy, we're quickly. This has been a really quick period.
Yeah, it's been a great period. It's more like last night. And again, 41 to 28 shots. A lot of them this period, though, were good scoring chances.
Timeout being called here. I think Weyburn called it, though. We'll take a break as well. 2:39 to go. It's a 3-1 Weyburn lead here on 102.9 CFER and FlintFlonOnline.com.
You shouldn't wait any longer because the Great to Wait sale is on now. Head down to RAG 1987 Limited to save up to $500 on rebate when buying select Honda generators. The deal ends at the end of October, so head over to RAG at 105 2nd Street West in the Pod today or call at 204-623-5463. The Honda Too Great to Wait sale at RAG 1987.
Here you go.
2:39 remaining in the third period. Kenny Morcourt is down in the bench for the extra attacker. And boy, this is a big face-off here for Flin Flon. You got to try and win the draw. And hopefully get a puck past Mitchell here quickly. And who knows? Weyburn's been kind of back on their heels here in the third period. You just got to keep it going. But we talk about these big face-offs. And you mentioned Keith Gruner earlier. Not only did they miss him for his offense, but I can tell you right now, Keith Gruner was in this game. He'd be taking this face-off.
Yeah, but you're absolutely right. But Ringer has been awesome in the face-off.
Yeah, he's played well there. I don't know if he's got a 90% efficiency rate like Gruner does, but he's been good.
I've noticed him last night and tonight. Let's hope he wins this one.
Ringer against Maharaj, and he does win the face-off. Right back to Lepper. One-timer, Anderson ripped it over top of the net. Boy, he really had a lot on that. Mitchell appeared to react late. Here's Ringer again. Net is empty. There's a chance off the glove that time of Mitchell. Comes right back to blue line. Lepper just holds it in. Anderson knocks it down. A quick chance. Mitchell looking behind him, but he makes enough of it to make the save.
Got it under his arm. You're right.
That's a good chance. How about that first shot he let rip?
Yeah. We mentioned last night, those shots, Carter Anderson would break his stick all last year. I haven't seen him break one yet this year. He's got such a howitzer for a shot.
That last shot that he really ripped it right.
He missed one tonight, but really good on the one-timers.
Ringer will take the face-off against DK. This time they'll move to the right circle, deep in Weyburn territory. 2:19 to go. And a 3-1 Weyburn lead. Flin Flon trying to get back in it. Lepper at the blue line. Back to Anderson. Quick chance, save! Rebound! It's loose! And the save made again by Daz and Mitchell. Oh, that looked like a gift there. Right off the chest pad out front. I think it was Cormier. But Mitchell found a way to grab that loose puck. I thought that was going in there, Mike.
I did too. It was bouncing around. Daz and Mitchell, he just kept tracking it.
They'll try again. Piccinino, Ringer, Semp, Cormier, Lepper, and Anderson. Flin Flon Bomber net empty. They're down a pair of goals. Mahara set for the face-off here against Ringer, who's been absolutely fantastic. Wins another draw. Anderson along the boards. He'll have to be careful. A couple guys on him. Puck does get lifted back. Just 2:02 to go in the hockey game, so still some time. Anderson tried to come back to Ringer. That hit a stick. Ringer will still race after it deep inside the zone. Over to Piccinino. Piccinino tied up back of the net. Held up there. Puck does come out front. Ringer gets a stick on it. Anderson as well. He'll knock it down. Back of the goal for Semp. Bouncing puck. Piccinino around the boards. Lepper races to keep it in. Nice job. Lepper knocked it down again. Back up front. Anderson, a shot, and there's Mitchell again.
Oh, Carter Anderson is so frustrated with himself.
Last year, everything on his stick went in, and this year, like I said, a little bit snake bit here early in the year. But, the good thing for him is he's starting to get chances again.
Yeah, he's putting it on net, and he's He's causing some action out there.
How about the play of Luke Lepper to keep that puck
unbelievable? You're absolutely right. He twice.
Ringer against Benson to the left of the goaltender, Daz and Mitchell. Weyburn in front, 3-1, a minute and a half to play of the game. Bomber net is empty. Carter Anderson a drive, blocked in front, and again the wing bench elated every time somebody blocks a shot. They've done a great job of that tonight. Cormier will get it. He'll rip it right back in. Here comes Ryder Ringer again, leading the charge. In the corner here for Piccinino. Semp, he can't get to it. Bouncing puck, picked up and just sent outside the zone. We got a wing hurt him behind the play. And racing to get off the ice here is Bird. Meanwhile, back out front, there's a chance. Backdoor for Anderson, can't get it to go. Out front, Cormier gets to the blue line. The puck does come out. Grabbed here by Legrander, empty net for Betson. Betson's got it into the empty net, and that'll do it. The Wings are going to pick up back-to-back wins in Flin Flon for the first time since the early 2000s.
Wow.
Flin Flon gave it everything they had, but the puck again just does not want to go in that net. That'll come at the 19-12 mark. Betson, the captain. I'm assuming that'll be an unassisted goal. He'll score it into the empty net.
Daz Mitchell has earned his keep in this third period. He's had a great period.
He's tracked the puck really well.
He sure has. And the Bombers have really had a good period. Hopefully they can build on this.
48 seconds to go. Weyburn en route to their 7th straight victory. Here comes Seitz right off the faceoff. Here comes the announcement of the goal. They gave an assist to number 22, I believe.
I think you're right, Rob.
Which would be Legrandeur, his second point of the game. Got the first goal tonight. Flin Flon will get the puck back in deep. Along the wall, Wings have it again. This is Schmidt, who's played a good game in the face-off for Weyburn. He'll dump the puck back in the Flin Flon zone. Morcourt will stop it back in his own net. They'll play the puck back over to Yakimchuk. A big goal here for Weyburn to pretty much seal the deal at 4-1. The puck is set back inside the wing zone. Bussell in there.
Well, we got a bit of a scuffle underneath me here, Martin. And I can't see who it is.
Smith. Oh, no, sorry, Stinton.
Something going on in the corner there.
We got a bomber down on the ice here. Something happened down the far end. There's the time's expired. Weyburn's picked up the victory. Look out. Yakimchuk trying to race down the ice. The referee grabbed the... We got guys standing on the ice here. The game's not even over yet.
Yeah, the referees...
That's incredible that they're standing out there like that.
Yeah.
Taking I mean, the game's not technically over until the referee sends the teams off the ice here. That's strange. I haven't seen that before.
Bussell not happy.
Yeah, big confrontation down the other end of the ice. But the Weyburn Red Wings will take both games in Flin Flon. And how about this could be the biggest win of Daz and Mitchell's career, at least this year.
Yeah.
Trying to hang on to a job. Will the Weyburn Red Wings find a way to get her done here?
They're a happy
they had 8
group.
shots in the third period, but they pick up the victory.
Carter Anderson.
Referee had to get over there quickly. Anderson tried to skate in that fray. Doesn't like the celebration. The referee wants the Wings off the ice here. But like I said, it's been a long time coming. Back-to-back wins at Flin Flon for the first time since the early 2000s. They've had a real tough time here the last few years. Matter of fact, the Bombers are 7-1 against the Wings the last 8 games in Weyburn, and are now 6-3 here in the last 9 meetings. And the Bombers entering play tonight were 13-3 against them in the last 16 games. So they did have the edge of play. But a big victory here for the Weyburn Red Wings, who have now won 7 straight hockey games and do what they need to do to pick up the 4-1 victory here tonight. Maharaj and a bunch of guys, a lot of swagger in their step as they leave the ice here with, let's face it, a pretty impressive weekend from their standpoint.
Absolutely. You talked to me earlier in the week and said this is going to be a tough weekend. The Weyburn Red Wings are the real deal, and they sure are. Great to see, not so much for the Bombers, but for the Weyburn Red Wings. Of course, now they're showing the moose leg incident that our referee was involved in.
We'll take a break. We got a lot to get to at the Whitney Forum here tonight. We'll come back with the final scoring summary, all our post-game show awards, and of course the Great North post-game report. The Bombers fire 43 at Dazza Mitchell, but only one gets by him tonight. The Wings take the game 4-1. That's the final score here for the Whitney Forum here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
The only thing that could be better than enjoying familiar favorites.
7 for the third period.
Enjoy their local fares menu with appetizers like the comforting tater skins or the tangy Thai popcorn shrimp. Bring your appetite for the barbecue smash burger with 2 ground beef patties, or try the Chicken Chef Classic Reuben and the Dilly Bird for the pickle lover in you. Have an adventurous palate or like what you always like at Chicken Chef.
There's 6.
Always feels like home.
You walk them and love them. And at the end of the day, Creighton knows you wouldn't trade the fur-covered laundry for anything. Although you could upgrade your washer and dryer with Maytag's Pet Pro laundry system and say goodbye to relying on lint rollers to save the day. You can enjoy fur-free laundry in any style you'd like, whether that's with Maytag's front-load or top-load washer and their dryers, powered by electric or gas. Conquer pet hair like a pro with Maytag at Creighton Furniture and Appliance Center.
Bailey Homes provides a ready-to-move home as unique as you and your family. From their expertise in the planning, the quality of the build, to the care of the move, they allow you to take the stress out of home construction. Let Bailey Homes make your dream home a reality. Family-owned and operated with lots of experience building and moving homes to the north. Visit Bailey-Homes.ca or call 204-903-5220.
Wicka, wicka, wicka. Bubbly sparkling water is the best. It has the fizz that gives the zest. With lots of flavors, there's no contest, cause you know bubbly.
What are you doing?
Just rapping about bubbly sparkling water to tell people how good it is.
Is that really necessary?
Well, you know, I wanted to,
Why don't you just tell them that bubbly sparkling water has 15 different flavors, no sugar, no calories, and it gives you that refreshing and delicious taste you crave?
I think that's a better idea.
Arctic Beverages, proud supplier of bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
Get your vehicle winter ready with the Winter Tire Event at Northland Ford. All season tires and winter tires for all makes and models, all priced to sell. It's the best time to get new tires. Take advantage of tire financing and be entered to win a local gift basket valued at $500. Book your appointment now before winter really gets here. The Winter Tire Event on now at Northland Ford, the dealership you tell your friends.
All right.
Alrighty, welcome back to Whitney Forum. That was wild. They were showing the that Moose Lake incident from a number of years back. I forgot how wild that was. Interesting watching that here on the Jumbotron so many years later. Anyway, let's take a look at the final scoring summary here tonight. The Wings would get the first 2 goals to the first period, which prove very big in this game. Legrander gets his third. A strange goal again from behind the net. And again, like I mentioned, Mike, he started the play. He went in, broke down on net, got a chance. It kind of grazed the post, went back to the net, then he just went back there. And I don't know if it redirected off somebody or what happened, but it was a really strange goal to open things up here tonight.
Absolutely. I don't know. As I mentioned, I'll have to watch it later if it went off of Cole Tanchuk or it might have gone off Torget's legs. It just... one of those things, and you said it.
When things are going well, you get goals like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you said it, that the Bombers hung their head. It looked like, it's such a deflator.
The second goal, I thought, was more of the deflator.
Well, I noticed, and both. You're right, but let's give the Bombers a little credit. That third period was great. The Weyburn penalty kill might have been the story tonight, I think, or their defense blocking shots, stopping the Bombers in the first and second period right at the blue line. Carter Anderson was stopped many times, had a fantastic third period.
Yeah, he broke through in the third.
Yeah, again, we got to give credit to the Weyburn Red Wings. They won both these games, a lot of it based on goaltending.
Yeah, no question. So Legrander would open things up, then Moldy would come back as third from Don's at 16:30. That was ended up being the game winner. He was just left alone out front. He was able to put that off the left shoulder of Togard and in. So 2-0 after one. DK would get his second in as many games, his fifth from McIntyre and Maharaj in 1807. 3-0. They thought that would be a real tough one there to get that one late. It was. The Bombers, like we mentioned, did mount the comeback. Did finally get a power play goal. as Cohen Semp would get his team-leading 6 from Piccinino. I just saw really a lot of hard work. They jammed up the front of the net. Piccinino got the shot away, and then it ended up redirecting off of Semp and in the net. The only puck to beat Daz Mitchell here tonight to make the score at that point 3-1. Then they would get a goal into the empty net as well. Betson would get his third. That was assisted here tonight from Legrander, who had a goal and an assist in the game. That came at 19-12 as they put the icing on the cake and would get the puck into the empty net to make the final here 4-1. Shots were 14-8 Bombers in the third period. They wound up with 43. The Wings wind up with 29 tonight. But again, the first couple of periods, I thought a lot of the shots came from the outside. The third period was when they really got Daz Mitchell to work it. And I'll give him credit. We mentioned it during the game. He really tracked the puck well. Flin Flon was really making a point of going to the net, jamming the net, but he was able to always find that loose puck somehow.
He's a really good goalie, and it's going to be interesting how Coach Mapes handles his goalie situation, because he's got 2 really good ones. And who knows?
And actually 3. Yeah, 3 guys there.
Who knows what the third one is like, but it's a good problem to have. Again, talking to the play-by-play guy, his opinion is that they're going to ride them both, split the games maybe a little bit and see what happens. But it's tough when you got, Zoll playing so good and Mitchell comes out and plays.
Well, he had to have a good game tonight, and he did.
He did, yeah, absolutely.
Flin Flon finishes up 1 for 5 in the power play. Weyburn 0 for 2. We'll take a break. Post-game show awards are next. Once again, the Wings win this one. Their 7th straight victory. 4-1 the final here at the Whitney Forum tonight on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
The North of 53 Co-op salutes the growers of the product.
Yeah, that should be correct.
Day. And you can thank them by enjoying the high-quality items that they provide to the co-op. Raised, grown, and produced by family operators across Western Canada, so your family can get access to the freshness that you value so much. From their farms to our tables, you can see it and taste it for yourself. At the North of 53 Co-op, you're at home there.
Hud Bay is proud to be a sponsor of this Bomber broadcast. From donations for bursaries, hockey schools, clubs, community events, charities, and so much more, Hud Bay has supported our community with dedication and generosity, contributing to events and organizations. Hud Bay thanks the people of Flin Flon for their continued support.
The music's so clear. So much better than at the last party.
Thanks. It's because of my new wireless Samsung party speakers from Shane's.
Your new wireless Samsung party speakers?
No, my new wireless Samsung party speakers.
I still can't hear you over the music.
I'll tell you after the party.
Upgrade your listening experience with Samsung's wireless speakers from Shane's in the Otinike Mall. Watch, listen, play, connect.
McDonald's is a big supporter of local sports in the North and are very happy to sponsor the Flin Flon Bomber broadcast. Check out the McValue menu and items under $4. The baked muffins for $2.19, chicken stack wraps $2.79, hamburgers $2.69, the sausage McMuffin $2.79, Junior McChicken $3.29 and the cheeseburger only $2.99. Small fries for $2.49 and 2 pies of $1.99. McDonald's at the Flin Flon location at Walmart, also offering curbside pickup. Download the app, collect McDonald's rewards for free food, and sit and relax in the comfort of your own vehicle and await your order. McDonald's wishes the Flin Flon Bombers lots of success in the 2024-25 season.
All right.
And welcome back to Whitney Forum. All right, we got a whole whack of post-game show awards to get to. We'll start things off with the KSC 3-star selection. Who's star number 3 tonight?
I'm going with, I hope I have this name right, Bray Legrander. He goal and assist. I could have picked a lot of Weyburn Red Wings, but I'm going to give that to Mr. Legrander.
Okay, star number 2.
Boy, Ryder Ringer. He's really played well, and he was flying tonight for the Bombers. Great in the face-off circle. You mentioned Keith Gruner. When Keith comes back, the Bombers are going to have 2 great face-off guys. But he was also on the puck hard, made a lot of things happen, and really worked hard tonight. So Ringer, the 2nd star. 1st star goes to second night in a row, the Weyburn goalie, Daz Mitchell. I thought, we talked about not having a lot of tough shots, but he was tracking the puck. He
was moving well, post to post
he made,
as well.
He made, 42 saves. That's a lot of saves.
Now, he did what he had to do.
And then he won the game for them in the third period because the Bombers were swarming and had a lot of great chances. So Dazza Mitchell, he's had a great career with the Weyburn Red Wings. But, some honorable mentions. I thought for the Bombers, I thought Wiley Smith played a great game tonight. We talked about Pierce Jakimchuk, Luke Lepper. There was a bunch of them out there.
Ringer worked hard.
Well, I gave Ringer the second star,
right,
but
right.
And Carter Anderson always worked hard. He was sort of snake bit in the first two periods, but he was flying out there in the third, and it came close. So hopefully the Bombers can build on this, and they came out strong in the third period. A little downer for the parents, but they got to see their sons play, and nothing better than that as a hockey parent.
Chiropractic on Main crunching the game, and I hope you wrote a few down because there's some really good hits.
I did. There was the pick you called it, Wiley Smith on Jackson Ruthven down here below us was the crunch of the game for me, Rob.
And I'm going to give you, I know we don't have the Warrior of the Game officially sponsored anymore, but I'm going to get, you want to pick somebody? Or you mentioned Smith. I mean, he played good. I thought Luke Lepper had two really good games.
And who's had a nice weekend is Leo Seitz, too, I think. These guys, and really, Warrior of the Game is that young line. I thought Wyatt Stinton was great. And you know what, who I mentioned? Ryan Ulmer didn't get a lot of ice, but he made some great plays. He made a great defensive play and nearly scored there in the third period.
He came close.
So he's an AP. He's a young guy, hopefully a Bomber in the future.
All righty, so that's the post-game show awards picked by Mike Slip here tonight. The KFC three-star selection. Daz Mitchell, the Weyburn goaltender, 42 saves tonight, star number 1. Ryder Ringer, who played a great game, did everything he could to try to get Flin Flon into it. Star number 2, and Legrandeur, a goal and an assist here tonight. A good game, a good weekend actually for Weyburn all the way around. We'll take one last break, come back with the head coach of the Bombers, Mike Reagan, who will join us. We'll get his synopsis here of the game that went down here tonight and overall his thoughts on the weekend. Mike Reagan's comments coming up as we'll wrap things up from the Whitney Forum momentarily here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
What do you get when you combine employee pricing with Canada Wide?
Yeah, all right.
Great options at Great North GM. That's what. Get employee pricing on all full-size Suburbans, Tahoes, Yukons, and Yukon XLs. Plus, you can get 0% financing on select trucks. What are you waiting for? Head to Great North GM today and take advantage of employee pricing and their Canada Wide clearance, because it's always a great day at Great North GM. The only thing that could be better than enjoying familiar favorites at Chicken Chef is finding new ones. Enjoy their local fares menu with appetizers like the comforting tater skins or the tangy Thai popcorn shrimp. Bring your appetite for the barbecue smash burger with 2 ground beef patties, or try the Chicken Chef Classic Reuben and the Dilly Bird for the pickle lover in you. Have an adventurous palate or like what you always like at Chicken Chef, it always feels like home.
Life is a contact sport. Sometimes it hurts, but thanks to Chiropractic on Main, it doesn't have to. Everything about your ankles depends on a good foundation from below. Have your feet work for you, not against you. Get into Chiropractic on Main across from the post office today. Don't suffer from agony or defeat any longer. Chiropractic on Main, feel the difference in every step.
Hi, I'm Tom Jess, and this is Smart Stuff for Your Brain. Have you ever been hungry? We've come up with a way to solve that. We'll find out after this.
Brought to you by KFC and the famous chicken sandwich. And a lunch choice so obvious, it could be on the Tom Jess Show.
Experts say the famous chicken sandwich from KFC will help with any hunger, especially for lunch. And it's so good. I'm Tom Jess, and this has been Smart Stuff for Your Brain.
All righty,
back here with the coach, Mike Reagan, joins us. Mike, I guess we'll start things off. Your thoughts on tonight's game?
Yeah, I think we dug ourselves too big of a hole, It's tough when you got a team that's feeling real confident in the Weyburn Red Wings, and, they're playing well. They're a good team. They are. They can skate. Overall, I think we played a great game last night. I think tonight we just kind of got a couple bad breaks, the goal from the corner there.
How did that go in, Mike?
Just threw it to the net, and I think.
Did it redirect off somebody? Like, how did it win?
Just went off. I watched it, and it just
a freaky bounce.
Yeah, just I don't think he was expecting it, and just kind of one of those things that goes through. I think it went through his leg and then hit his far leg and went in. It's tough bounce, tough break for him. He's was excited about his opportunity here tonight, and that feel bad for the young man, and it's tough. And then every time we had a lot of momentum, it just seemed like something would happen and they'd end up scoring. And that third goal was that was a tough one for us, because I thought we're clawing our way back into the game, and that obviously we talk about it all the time. First to three is usually wins the hockey game. Large percentage of teams, when they get to 3 goals first, they end up winning the hockey game. And right now we're not scoring. I mean, you take a look at it. I mean, we've got some great players. Ringer, Anderson. I mean, Anderson had 36 goals, I think, in 42 games last year. And, you could almost bank on him scoring a goal every game. Again, he hits the post here tonight. Cormier, Piccinino. We got guys that can put the puck in the net. It's not going in for them. And, Weyburn's goalies both played fantastic this weekend, and a lot of credit to them. I know it's not easy to come into the Whitney Forum and win one game, let alone 2. So, we had a good push in the third. It kind of reminded. It's almost like I said to the guys. It sums up kind of the finals last year. We just dug ourselves too big of a hole in the third period to come from behind, and if we could have got one a little bit earlier, I think you like your chances a little bit better. But we had 12 minutes left when we scored, and I talked to the guys about, let's get one within the next 6 minutes, and then that gives us 6 minutes to tie it up. And we had some great chances, and just didn't go in.
Let's talk about some positives for the weekend, Mike. And I mentioned this to you, before the game tonight. I thought your blue line played well last night. I thought for the most part they played well again tonight. And Mike Slip commented, I think that Smith had a great game on the back end for you. And Luke Lepper, these last 2 games, was great.
Well, Leps is one of the best D-men in the league. His skating ability and his confidence with the puck is just growing and growing. And I thought Wiley played great. Again, you got to be patient with these young guys. And I know it's hard, and I don't want to sound like a broken record here, but they need time. And you take a look at where Wiley is right now compared to where he was at the beginning of camp. He's miles ahead, And I think you guys talked about it. That young line there, they show flashes of what they're capable of, and you just hope that. That they can find their way as quick as possible. I talked to young guys when we signed them, and that I said, some guys get it the first month, some guys it takes 3 months, sometimes it takes 6 months, sometimes never. Some guys never get it, and you just hope that you're not one of those guys that never gets it. And this is tough. I don't think we've ever lost both games on the weekend during Parents' Weekend, and I feel bad for. Obviously the parents and the players, they feel horrible, right now, and there's not a lot of I think there's positive things, like you said, Hardy.
I thought the back end played both games. I think the problem you have, Mike, you can't score.
Yeah,
and here's the thing: it's not even looking for secondary scoring. You just need scoring.
Yeah.
From wherever.
Yeah, our top guys aren't scoring right now, and I mean it's pretty tough to win games when you're.
Well, you've had 3 goals in the last 3 hockey games.
When your big guys aren't scoring, and they're feeling the pressure too. They know that they have a job to do. And it's not consistent enough, and. So we'll figure it out. I'm still confident in this group. I still think there's a lot there. I think that I think we're real close. I think our power play looks like it's about to break through. Like you look at the chance that Joey Lee's had in the slot yesterday. We watched it on video this morning, and it's like, holy smokes. And then Carter Anderson's had numerous chances, and he's a goal scorer. Like it's amazing that he's been kept off the score sheet as much as he has, and I think like Piccinino, we know he can score. I think Semter's probably been our most consistent, top 6 forward as far as point producing, and he gets rewarded tonight going to the net and bounces off him and goes in, but like that's almost the way it felt like we were going to score tonight, like because Daza was Daza was brilliant, so their goaltending was awesome, and this is probably the first time Weyburn's ever came up here and won 2.
Well, I think since the early 2000s before you took over, they had some tough years then.
But back when Dwight was coaching, probably they won 2 up here quite often.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Quickly, Mike, you got the Yorkton Terriers coming to town on Tuesday, another dangerous team.
Yep.
You've seen them once this year.
I think it's a good thing we're playing them on Tuesday. Honestly, we can't sit around and pout and feel sorry for ourselves and be negative about it. Like I told the guys, let's put on a brave face here tonight. Enjoy this time with your parents. They don't get an opportunity to come up here, and watch all the time. So it sucks. But sometimes you got to hit rock bottom to climb your way up.
Call this rock bottom.
It feels like it for us, right? Let's be honest. I think Bomber Nation thinks the world is caving in here, and I get it. I don't know when the last time we've had a start like this, Hardy.
I will say this to you, Mike, before we do wrap it up, and it's something I was thinking as the game was going on, with the way, and Carter Anderson in particular, when you're struggling to score, do guys try and do too much? Because they always say, try to keep the game simple.
100%.
And you got guys that are really, really, well, and they bear down and they really gave everything they had. But I even noticed with Carter maybe trying to force things a little bit too much.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's typical of guys that are so competitive and want to win. Like I don't question these guys' efforts. Back-to-back nights we get over 40 shots and we lose 2 hockey games. I think we had some really good opportunities, and it's tough right now. So you lick your wounds, and I'm not a quitter. Our guys aren't quitters. We'll fight through this, and it'll make us stronger.
Right on, Mike. Enjoy the rest of the Parents' Weekend. Good luck against the Yorkton Terriers on Tuesday.
Yeah, thanks, Hardy.
That's the head coach, GM of the Bombers, Mike Reagan. Obviously disappointed with the loss, but like he said, they will play for another game, and they'll get ready, of course, for the big effort with the Yorkton Terriers on Tuesday. Quickly, let's take a look at the McDonald's out-of-town scoreboard. Unfortunately, the Nipawin Hawks did not... well, you were right. I was wrong again. I thought Nipawin was going to win that game today, but nope. Melfort Mustangs buried them 6-2. Melfort, a big victory there. Nipawin continues to struggle. Just the one goal in the Humboldt game tonight. Boris Kaufman is 4th of the year. They hold off a pesky Larange team by a score of 1-0. And Melville, a 5-4 lead on Yorkton now with just over 2 minutes to go in the third period. That's pretty much going to do our broadcast tonight. Mike Slip, thanks a lot for your comments the past couple of nights, but I got to throw this out there before we wrap it up. Something that has totally surprised me. How you're not on the ice trying to get your picture taken, though, like you were the last couple of years. You can't run out there quick enough, jumping in front of every flashing light from a camera. Why not this year? Is it because they lost the game? Be honest.
The Piccinino family scares me. No, that's not true. And I was with these parents, and listen, this is such a great weekend. It's great to meet the new parents and say hello to some of our old friends. It's unfortunate we missed the Tanchucks and the Gruners, or I'm sorry, the Olafsons and the Gruners. We always like to see them, great people. It's just a great weekend.
Actually, I'm glad you brought that up, because Brent Olafson, who's a fantastic guy, I'm throwing it out there right now, Brent. I want you to come and do color on one of the road broadcasts this year. Brent Olafson, if you're listening or pass the word along, I want him for a color commentator on the road this year. I think he'll do a bang-up job. I'm throwing it out there right now.
I think that's a great pick, and you and I both have his birdhouses, and so he's a great carpenter. I think he's a great mechanic, and I really agree with you.
And he's like me, very opinionated, just hold back, which is perfect for this business.
Yeah,
Brett?
absolutely.
We'd love to have you on a broadcast. Anyway, Mike, thanks for your help. We're going to wrap things up here tonight. A big thanks to Mike Slip once again. Cody Mapes and Mike Reagan for their comments before and after the game. Pierce Yakimchuk, our first intermission guest, and of course, once again, a big congratulations to Harvey Bolton and the Manitoba Hockey Hall of Fame, our second intermission guest for the Norman Sportsline program earlier in the week. Well-deserved, Harvey. Again, enjoy that. Well over 50 years of dedication to hockey in this great community and across the region, and again, well-deserved. So the final score, the Weyburn Red Wings 4, the Flin Flon Bombers 1. They'll take 2 in Flin Flon, like I said, for the first time since the early 2000s. Our next broadcast on radio 1 week from tonight against the Humboldt Broncos. It's a tough week for the Bombers. Yorkton here Tuesday. Broncos here on Friday, Saturday. But hey, if you can get a couple of wins there, Mike, that could really turn your whole season around.
You're absolutely right. And Coach Reagan hit it on the head. This is not a bad hockey team. They're snake bit right now. If they could score on half or a quarter or a few of their chances that they've had, they'd have a lot more wins.
We'll see what happens this upcoming week. A big thanks as well to Dallas Clark back at CF Air Control. Again, the Wings win 4-1. And again, kudos to Cody Mapes, who's done a great job with this Weyburn club. They're a good hockey team and certainly will be fun to watch down the stretch. Good night for the Whitney Foreman. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.